10, welcome in. Congrats on first. And thank you for the check-in. And thank you for the check-in, noobs. Nice. She's back, y'all. She's so back. Throw a fork. No, see, the scarier threat, which is one that my uh my last girlfriend introduced me to, was stabbing someone with a spoon. So there you go. And so that actually led to a really funny gift one year. A butterfly knife, but instead of a knife, it was a spoon. Anyways, thank you for the check-in, Jua. Welcome in. Queen of First. A few feet to the left. Nice. Hope y'all are having a good time. And not stabbing each other with forks. We're doing more. I don't know how much further we'll get with the Archon quest. Let me rephrase that. I don't know how much more of the Archon quest we'll get through today. So I don't know how many more streams this will take. If it drags on, I think, Jua, you said it might take all 3 remaining streams this week. Stepping post for right can. Perfect. There we go. See, you gotta subvert the expectation. It's like when you say, do you know that the human hands and feet contain half the bones in a human body? I'm about to break half your bones. All right, ads. I'm gonna run the ad real quick, so we can get that out of the way, so we can start sooner. Yeah, exactly. I think I said that to, actually no, 10 noobs. I've said it to both of you. Well, I've said it to noobs, and then 10, you and I proceeded to gang up on noobs with threats. Sorry, Baiju possessed me for a second. Alright, there are the ads. If you were to ask how many times I was told of a malicious website advertising a fake game and was able to find the real game, I would say 2. Not a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. Yep. If I had a nickel for every time I found a fake or a malicious website advertising a fake game and was able to find the real game, I'd have 10 cents, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened twice. That reminds me, after the ad, I will talk about that to make a, I know that you already made a security announcement about it, Jua, which I appreciate. Thank you so much for doing that. I will just also mention it as well once the ad's over, just because I think it's important enough to actually talk about. Let me also go to our messages so that I can check any notes that you have for me when you have them for me. I assume you probably have a previously. Right, I think you probably would do, so I'm gonna wait for that. But we will also do our normal daily routine first. Alright, ad's basically over, so alrighty. Thank you, 10, for the care package and the hydrate. Time to delve deeper into the moon's reflection in hopes to find the truth of this tale. Oh, it sounds so, and thank you for the noobs. Oh, that sounds so poetic. I love it. Thank you, Jua. Alright, thank you for the care package and the hydrate. 10, when you're less busy, drag me into a call and we'll talk about the drown redeem, because I know that I said it a long time ago. Give you drown redeem? Crazy that I was just talking about that. Yes, we will. You gotta drag me into a call though, and we'll talk about it. Thank you for the watch streak as well, and noobs, thank you for the accent change. I haven't gotten that one in a while. British jump scare. I mean, we could maybe do Irish. I've been brushing up on my Irish accent a little bit, but it's not anywhere redeem worthy yet, so we're gonna wait. Get back from Hawaii, trust? Alright, bet. I'll hold you to that. Oh, I haven't done my actual drowning yet. 1 second. Alright, and I saw that as well, Jua. Thank you for much. Thank you for that. And then timer. It's buried in here something. There it is. Okay. Wait, hang on. Actually, because I can do it, and it's not a silly accent, it's a legitimate accent, but like, real quick, want to talk about. Hang on, I will do the accent redeem, noobs. Don't worry, I'm not cheating out of your channel points. Just let me talk about this important thing real quick. Um, so W 30 stream streak, true. Oh, it was right above that. Thank you, Drew, for the 30 watch streak. Sorry, it got buried between all of the redeems and your poetic message of diving into the moon's reflection. Um, Took a second to remove some details that were no longer really relevant, such as either being kidnapped. Oh, so it's just the same as last time? Okay, gotcha. Um, so real quick. Um, you probably have already seen the message, the announcement that Jua made. Where is my? There it is. You've already probably seen the announcement, but one of my friends got their Discord account hacked. They got it subsequently hacked from someone who got their account hacked. So I don't know how far back this chain goes, but my friend received a suspicious DM that didn't seem suspicious to them because it was a friend, right? Who said, "Hey, we're I'm working on this, small game. I want you to download it and test it out for me." And they were having this sort of back and forth. So it's like a human person on the other side of the conversation, most likely. But then going to the website, downloading the game, infects your PC with malware, and so they got my friend's Discord account and everything. Apparently, they got a lot more personal information. They wiped their Discord account, so unfriended, left all servers, did all that. They've since recovered the account and changed all their passwords. And some other stuff involved as well. This is not the first time this has happened. Nightcrawler, thank you so much for the check-in. Oh, and thank you so much for the 14 months. And Maury, welcome in. Sorry, I was locked in and focused on this announcement. Hi Maury, how are you doing? Nerd, thank you, Nightcrawler, for the 14 months. That's crazy. I super appreciate it. Thank you. There's one new line, but basically just the same system stuff removed. Gotcha. Thank you for the check-in, Nightcrawler. This is so sus too because you know of that scam already. Yeah, I know, right? It's not the first time it's happened in my server. Obviously, it's happened way more times in way more places, but in just my server, my community alone, this is the second time that I know that it's happened. The first time was quite a few months ago, actually, and they had to abandon their old server. It was another streamer friend who had to start from the ground up with their own, like their community, their stream server. And there were other, like, that was also a really creepy incident as well because they had access to their Twitch account, and while they were live, they were using their Twitch account to chat at them and threaten them. It was incredibly scary. So this is not the first time this has happened, but it's a common scam to pose as someone's friend. Usually you hijack their friend's account, or you hijack the account and then you look at their friends list and then send the same message out to their friends and say, "Hey, I have this game that I'm working on. I want you to test it out. Can you, download it and let me know what you think?" And then that's how they infect you. As always, we'll say to never download something from a friend unless you can confirm that it is actually them. Usually use voice calls for that, but AI is making even that less trustworthy. That's true. It's so difficult these days. And like there has to be a good reason, right? Like you have to have a good reason, even if it's someone that you know or think you know, like find a way to verify. Hopefully, you have an IRL way to confirm that, but not everyone does, given the how most a lot of people know each other online. So it really is super difficult. But if it just seems weird or random or out of the blue or something, always question it. Always question everything. Be cynical, to the point of sounding a little bit crazy maybe even, but always question the legitimacy of something, especially if it's just random or out of the blue. You in voice chat for a reason, so you knew it was actually yes. I do appreciate that, Jua. But like you also said, AI voices are making things really difficult these days. So it's you got to find your own ways. There's no one size fits all thing, right? Unless you physically meet that person, and talk to them face to face, or if it's a close person that you know that you can talk to or find out through other means, right? Um, remembering Jewis and you, Johnny, and Noah is virus mean game. uh, yes, yes. No, that was actually, it was a good game, I will say, but that's like a legitimate thing because we all knew Jua and knew that he was working on stuff for a class, and everything. The only thing at that point was to trust whether this, person that's been in our community for a long time is, trustworthy enough to download his game, which we all know Jua, and I don't think Jua would do that. So, um, but again, just question everything. Be safe. Don't download random things, even if it's from someone you think you know, because you never know what's going on the other end. You don't know whether they've been compromised. You don't know what their, reasons are always. So just be careful. Be like, gotta restart. Okay, sounds good, Nightcrawler. If you think asking you to download a game, you can message you on Steam, Twitter, or similar to confirm trying to rush you, then avoid at all costs. Yes. Also, like, the screenshots that I saw of this person's conversation with their friend who got hacked as well, like, first, I don't know what the context is. I don't know how, what kind of things they talk about, but it also just try to suss out, like, talk to them a little bit. If you think it's a little suspicious, try to see if they slip up. Ask some details, or, if that sounds a little too like you're trying, like you're a little too suspicious of them. One thing that I like to do is or I like to think, this doesn't happen to me often enough to try it, right? But a thought in my mind is to just say something that's blatantly false, like that, like, it's like, oh, by the way, thanks for the Steam game gifts the other day. I really appreciate it. When they did not send you a Steam game, just question things like say things like that are obviously false, but they wouldn't know, right? And if they're like, oh yeah, sure, no problem, then something's wrong. Or if it's like, hey, are we still down for this weekend? For the same, whatever. Just like, say something that makes them say yes when the answer is no. That's what I'm trying to get at. Ask how your friend Steve is doing. Yes, exactly. Or even like, hey, did your mom make it back from back from overseas okay last night? Or not, maybe last night's a little too soon, but like, did she make it back okay? Just come up with situations, not anything too outlandish. You don't want to like say something that sounds blatantly, crazy, but say something that just sounds mundane, but the answer is not, the answer is no, but you're trying to get them to say yes. You know what I mean? Angie, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. Yeah, so that's my little PSA to piggyback off of the message that Jua sent. Just everyone, please, please, please be careful. Don't download random things, even if you think you know the person, even if they're your friend, because these people have known each other for a while. They may know each other IRL. I don't actually know, but it could happen to one of your IRL friends that you have on Discord, Steam, anything, right? They could send you a DM, and you wouldn't know that they're hacked until you find out when it's too late, or through other channels, right? Angie, thank you so much for the 15 watch streak. Holy, thank you so much. So that's my thing. Be careful, be safe, don't download things even if you think, like, there has to be a good reason, right? If you know that they've been working on a game for a long time or something, if it's something like that, then maybe I'd still, question it just in case, because the timing could just be that uncanny. But just always be careful and try to suss out anything, that sounds off at all. Thank you for the shout outs as well, Jua. All right, so that's my PSA. Check out the announcement that Jua made in the server, and yeah, let's get into some Genshin. How's favorite one? Alien doing pretty good. Arsenal, welcome, and how are you doing? Welcome back, Nightcrawler. Yeah, we just wrapped up the PSA, so everyone be careful, be safe, and let's get into the game. We're doing it's so great now to just be able to do, oh right, I have to do the accent redeem, don't I? 1 second. 10 minutes. Okay. It's really great to be able to just go 500. Why? What's wrong with the ping? Why is this? I'm not sure what's happening, but we're gonna hope that this ping settles down a little bit. It's not good. That is really bad. Gosh, I may restart the game after this. But I'm glad we can just do this to use up what are they called? Encounter points? Stygian is out for Asia at least. I stay away from Stygian as a point of principle, but I do sometimes do it with chat. I don't really dare do it on my own, but we'll see. Even if they've been working on something, it's always good to double check via a second form of communication. Exactly. Got a Noel short yesterday and wanted to yes, please, drop it in the chat. I give permission. Jua, can you allow Nightcrawler to drop a link? Had 120,000 points, figured would gift a sub. I will absolutely gift you a sub, Maury. 1 second. That's an insane amount of points. Okay, here we go. This is the second sub I've gifted this week. I may have to increase the price after this. There you go, Maury. I hope you enjoy the ad-free experience and all the emotes. Yes, thank you, thank you. Let me also make a note of that so I can track my business expenses. This one. Is it 1L or 2? It's 1L. Okay, perfect. Who did that? Who did the at? Thank you, Jua, for the at. You have 299. Rigged. Oh my goodness. How does one accumulate such points? I just being here, I suppose. Thank you again, Maury, for the redeem, and Jua as well for the at. Thank you for the lurk as well, Maury. Must get back to comp. Go. Good luck on the comp. I wish you well on the games. Vialo, welcome in. Good to see you again. How are you doing? Did I miss anything? Okay, hang on. Okay, so there's the short. Let me open that real quick. And then right now there are 3 things we need to worry about for our heroes. 1, we still don't know how to get our moon goddess back to. We need to figure out a way to get the moon marrows away from the doctor. And 3, how are we going to defeat him? All very good points. I have answers to none of them. Do hard mode because it's the only one that gives primos. That's true. But I feel like it's not enough primos to get me to do hard mode. Anything above hard, you're just getting feathers. Oh wait, you mean not the hardest mode, just hard, regular hard mode. 3.9k feel poor. Doing well, glad you're doing well, Vialo. Good to see you again. Many people at your house right now. Have a good stream. Thank you so much, Ten. Have a good hangout with all the people at your house. Alright, let's see. Encounter points. Basically 500.
Thank you for complete.
Okay. I'm really thankful for this. Like, for this particular case, when Nordcry's only got 5 commission types, and we would just want to get through them quickly. My gosh, what is the ping at now? 400, but nearly, oh my gosh, no, please. Why today? Why is it going on today? Oh, you know what? Hang on. I better know why. I better know why. 1 second. I bet if I do one thing, it'll change. 1 second, I got this. Where is it? What if I close this here? What's the... Hello? Why is it not closing? There we go. Alright, what's the ping? Just immediately go back into the green. Or at least the yellow. 500, 500, 400. Okay, dang it, it wasn't that. Hear that Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas getting a remastered. I did not. Ooh. I haven't played I've only played a little bit of New Vegas. Hang on, I'm hearing things. Okay, there we go. I've only played a little bit of New Vegas, and I basically got not very far, and then installed a TARDIS mod, and jumped around, and basically broke the story a little bit. This is unplayable. This is so unplayable. Why? Why? I hate this. I hate this, guys. I hate this. Is this even... Hang on. Okay. At least we get a wish. We get 2 wishes. And that puts us at... 95. Okay. Oh, wrong way. Where are we going? What if I restart the game? Is that gonna help? Will it help if I restart the game? I don't have too many other things going on with it. It's yellow! It's yellow! Okay, we're good, we're good. Nope, never mind. I don't know what else to do here. This is also a long elevator. Okay. It's not even the right floor. Okay. Oh, also, as much as I love, this song, 2 things. We got a, Seat Lolly mail yesterday, and I saw the mail, but I had already ended stream. I didn't think it was birthday mail. I thought it was other, like, notification stuff. So we can do this later, if someone reminds me. But first and foremost, good stopping point in mind for the day. Assuming we go for getting this done in 2 streams. Okay, perfect. Keep that in mind, Jua. And we will... What's my, 2 minutes? Okay. We've got, a recap here. So, previously on Genshin Impact, you learned of Raria's past, and that the Lindis were sent to the moon's reflection. You sent Raria through the moon portal into the moon's reflection. Colombina was captured by Dottore, and was forced to enter the moon's reflection to avoid giving Dottore power. You now have 2 goals: save Colombina and defeat Dottore. Dottore made a fake moon marrow and claims he is now a god. Nefer learned where Ether is, and Wanderer rescued Ether from Dottore. And that gets us up to the current events. Weary Waddler, welcome in. How are you doing? I heard everything that was going on. How are you doing? I'm gonna watch the Noel show. Oh, sure. Let me actually see it real quick. Certain to your character. Oh, it's Sevi.
You seem tired.
Do you know what?
Would you
I
like
will.
some
How long
tea?
is this?
I'll brew you
This
some.
is a
Do you take
minute
sugar?
long. I will watch it
One
after
cube or
stream,
2?
but Sevi was someone that I referenced a long time ago for my Noel build. So I do know who that is. Okay. So thank you. Hang on. Where did my stuff go? Okay, there we go. Thank you for dropping that, Nightcrawler. I don't know how I didn't see that yet. Alright, back to story.
Like I thought. No more paths back to reality have emerged since.
Doing alright. You did get hacked on your main Discord, but you just made an altered account. Yeah, I did hear. I'm so sorry about that, man. I really feel for you. And you two both. But hopefully nothing major was lost or happened. Hopefully you're staying safe and changed all your passwords. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by and saying hi. I hope things, turn out okay. Where is Vaka Drip? Marcus is getting dragged to a white padded room.
But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track?
hopefully Discord support can help. Yes, I really hope so too, for both of you. Also, saw new skin for Lumine and Ethan. Yeah, it is so good, isn't it, Nightcrawler? They both look so good. And thank you again, Noobs, for the accent redeem. Put that to the side.
I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for.
Maybe we can kind of go a bit faster through
further I
this since we've done
travel,
this.
The
This
less stable this space becomes.
reminds me
There are even
of.
moments where I can sense something that feels like abyssal energy.
So has the abyss tainted this place? Also, this over here reminds me of Rarier. It looks like it reminds me of Rarier's hands that pop out of the ground, and like his rope like ability, I guess, kind of.
They can just materialize out of thin air. I have to keep my wits about me.
You want, but unfortunately, you don't have the space for Genshin anymore. No. Just buy a whole new computer, or a hard drive, or if it's phone, just get a whole new phone just for Genshin. Okay, the ping is still a bit high, but hopefully we are able to. Oh my gosh, let's not get touched by the abyss. Oh, I knew it. I called it.
Is that the ray here of Solnari?
I
can't believe he survived. How did he do it?
don't know, but I knew it. I called it. I knew this looked from the last stream, from yesterday. I knew this looked suspicious. Like, that reminds me of Rarier. Angie, welcome in, or Annie, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for the shout out to Annie. Also, done this Act 8 for a lot of streams? No. We did Act 7. So we just got into Act 8 yesterday. I thought it was going to be more like we'd have one more stream of Act 7, but we finished Act 7 yesterday, but it went right into Act 8. Rare, yes. Yes, sorry, no, Angie. There's Annie and Angie. Very similar names. Welkin Moon multiple? Yes, Welkin Moon is the name of the chapter. So right now we're on Act 8.
You are the moon goddess. But how?
Oh.
Please, there's no need. I'm not interested in fighting anymore.
Oh, he sounds sane. He sounds normal.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. Honestly, so do I.
Oh my gosh. Wait, actually, I'm a bit stunned right now at this. Because he went from normal to insane when he became this creature back to normal sounding.
The way you used my own power against me was... It was a brilliant strategy.
He sounds calm and normal. He's not driven by revenge and hate and got that edge on his voice.
And then, in the final moment before I was thrown into this space, I got to see an old friend.
Oh, yeah. The guy who actually sent you here.
Mr. Dainsleif.
Right. It was so long ago now. But we were friends once. And when I first got here, I was filled with hatred, remorse, and rage.
How long has he been here?
How I cursed and devoured. I tore everything here apart.
Oh.
I was consumed by the desire to leave this place and have my vengeance.
Oh, did he just expend all of his energy then? Is that why he's like this? From the sound of it, the excessive abyssal energy for his revival died out. It's the only explanation. Yeah, I think you might be onto something, because he, like, why would this place have abyssal energy to begin with? I'm pretty sure it's just from him. Like, I'm sure that it wasn't introduced any other way. That's my suspicion, my assumption anyways. So the explanation for that would be he just expended it all to destroy this area, and in doing so, it left his body, and now it's calmed him down. You kind of want to pick back up Genshin someday, so you go. All right, sounds good. Have a good stream, Mr. Nerd. Thank you so much, Nightcrawler. Yes, I would love if you got back into this. If you do get to this point, it's insane. But yes, thank you for stopping by, hanging out for a bit. Hope you have a good one. Herb being redeemed, can like him again now? I don't know about redeemed. We'll see what happens. But he definitely seems more rational, not like he wants to fight. He's not driven by revenge and anything. So maybe there's a chance. There's a chance. Thank you for the lurk, Nightcrawler.
But to no avail. This is a place with no exit.
It reminds me of an episode of Ben 10, where they meet Paradox, who's a time traveler, because there was some accident with a time machine, and so now he has the ability to just walk through time. But when he got stuck in the timeline, the time stream or whatever, I forget what they call it, he said, I went, like I was stuck there for so long, I went insane. But then I got tired of that, so I became sane. Like you went insane for so long, and you're just like, I'm bored of this. I'm gonna be normal again. Gonna hop off and cook now. All right, sounds good, Angie. Hope you have some good food. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out.
This is the second time I've entered this space, though I have no memory of the first.
Oh.
I was torn to shreds the moment I entered.
Wait, so there is a way to get out?
But this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body, and partly because of all the Kuvaki I absorbed in Nodcry.
Okay, so Felindis is probably gone then.
Are you the source of the abyssal power in here?
Not all of it.
Oh?
Some is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy everything.
Oh, when he first arrived?
But there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered.
Oh?
And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun, it tried to slither into my shadow.
Tried to. So, you rejected it?
Oh. Oh, and thank you, Angie, for the care package and the hydrate. Drown. Thank you for the drown. Still, without any more abyssal energy, it's now physically impossible for him to try to escape. Maybe. I don't know. There could be something. Because he escaped one time, but I don't know if it was fully because of... I don't know. Oh, and we have an ad that just started. Cobalt, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in, and thank you for the lurk. Based on that logic, since the first time he entered, he was ripped apart, and the second time was being thrown in by Columbina, then that would mean the only way out we know of is death. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't know. I really hope that's not the only answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
The voices in my head, they were gone. And then I saw her.
Her?
Thelindis. My former lover.
Oh.
Never mentioned that she saw a memory of Thelindis leaping into the moon's reflection.
More precisely, I saw her after image. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long.
Well, I mean, she was a descendant of the Crimson Moon, what, a clan or something? I forget. But she has Crimson Moon lineage. Crimson Dynasty. It was the Crimson Dynasty. She has Crimson Dynasty lineage. I don't know if that's enough for her to survive. I don't even know if if that would offer her any protection at all if it were higher. But, I mean, maybe? He did say he saw her after image, so that I guess means she could just be gone. But my assumption at the moment is she's gone. I do think that she was just ordinary and didn't have any special abilities protecting her. But I also don't think it's impossible. Like, you could easily just say, oh, because of her Crimson Dynasty lineage, you know, she had just enough power to be able to survive, or like it doesn't affect her, or at least doesn't affect her as much or something. I don't know. By that logic, it would be impossible for our moon goddess to leave since she's a god and gods can't die. Gods can die, though, I'm pretty sure, Arsenal. It's very difficult, but in Liyue, we do have god remains. Now they're sort of like in this state that's still kind of semi-sentient, or at least semi-living or something, but I do think that gods can die. I'm sure there are other examples that I'm forgetting. I'm trying to think back to anything about the Archon War. But yeah, I think that there's that. Oh, the 3 moon goddesses. They say that they're dead. So, yeah, I think there are. Yeah, and Ju was. Yeah, okay, Ju.
Anyway, why have you come here? Didn't you know it was a dead end?
Yeah.
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger.
To be fair, just said that's the only known way so far. There could be another way. That's fair. That is true.
Oh, I see. Because of your power. The power of a moon goddess.
No, because there's a madman on the loose.
What?
Hmm?
You'd like to know how I know, wouldn't you?
I thought... So he knows that she's a moon goddess here. What are we questioning right now? Because of your power, the power of a moon goddess. Is it the power part?
The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep lust for power in his voice.
Surely it wasn't Dottore. Oh, was it Dottore? Oh.
Do you mean Dottore?
Dottore. So that's what he's called.
Blue hair, kind of sultry, but eerie voice.
He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time.
Yeah.
Also that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I had no
Checks
interest
out.
in his research. But being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned.
Have a point, like what happened to the Hydra Archon? Yes. Oh, that's true. Yeah, oof. She and the one before her are both gone. The doctor was the one that revived him. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm just surprised at myself for not thinking about it sooner. Unless I had and I just forgot that it was a thought that entered my head. I've just been absorbed in taking the story like as it goes, so.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
Yeah, Dottore being the mastermind behind everything makes so much sense.
Moon Goddess, could I ask a favor of you?
What?
I know this is a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you.
Yeah.
If you refuse, I won't fight it.
Yeah, like... Oh, there's another quote that I just thought of where it's like, something coming from someone who, you recently killed. I forget where that's from. Could be Doctor Who, could be Torchwood. I don't remember.
But this is the only thing I desire now. Nothing else matters.
Well, it's not to die, because I'm sure he could do that to himself. Maybe, we'll see.
What do you want?
I'd like you to take a message to Thalindis for me.
How?
Tholindis? But...
Yes, she's dead. But like I said, I saw her afterimage. I can sense that some part of her soul remains here. Far, far ahead.
why don't you go and speak to her yourself?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't move freely in this space as you can.
I think it's just nature. Like, she is a moon goddess. She is like peak Kuvaki, and you are maybe not the opposite, but you are abyssal energy.
All I can see is a glimpse of her walking away. Just like the moment when I last saw her in life.
Oh, that's sad.
In return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you.
Hey, do you not want to just do that anyways? Like, why is that a bargaining chip? For someone who seems reformed, you still seem like you have, like, you want to manipulate some things. Why not do that, and then we'll see if we help you? I mean, I would help him, given this whole discussion so far, but, you know, still, like, you do this for me, and then I will clear the abyssal obstacles for you. But only until then.
Not in return.
Yes!
I'll clear them for you.
Yes!
Whether you want to help me or not. It feels like something I ought to do.
New favorite character at the moment right now. This man right here. Or favorite, like, bad guy. He just earned so much respect from me right now. Right there. Get this man a medal. It's like what Father said, a god is a simple task for a harbinger. That's true. Alar, welcome in. Good to see you again. How are you doing? I think it's not Red Redemption, but rather reside to his fate. No, I think redemption is fair to say here. Because he realizes that it's something that he ought to do. Like, it's his moral compass is starting to work again. Like, he's not going to do it as a transaction. He's not going to say, do this for me and then I will do this for you. It's not transactional. It's not manipulative. He realized what he said and he's like, no, that's not right. I will do it anyways because it's what's right. It's what I ought to do. You finally got Columbina. Nice. Congrats. Hopefully it didn't put you out too much. And Orchid, welcome in. How are you doing?
Why?
Yeah. Why, indeed. I've been asking myself that question a lot recently. Why did I do the things I did?
He's really going through it. He's going through quite a few existential crises. Congrats on permanent change to the daily Welkin. True. It cost you... Oh no. Well, let's just say it only cost you 200 pounds. Yeah? Instead of it cost you up to... You know what I mean? But still, congrats. I may be in that same boat. I'm not for Columbina, but perhaps for Anefa. But we'll see. Wonder if the first sin saw this moment happening. The first sin? Formerly ever spent for one character, even Columbina. Valid. Like, both, I see both. Both sides are valid. Just be careful. Like, this is just my moral obligation. This isn't me trying to, you know, whatever. Just my moral obligation to say, be careful with your spending, right? Like, I don't know whether you are or aren't. This is just me saying, be careful with your spending. Be, you know, financially responsible. This is my disclaimer. But glad that you got Columbina. Glad that you're happy. Lost 50-50 to Mizuki, but won on her weapon as well. Yo, nice. Have nice warm tea so you're cozy and comfy. Nice. That does sound very cozy. I'm doing well. I brewed tea at work, but I didn't accidentally brew cold tea again today. But yeah, doing okay. I got more sleep. I got a decent amount of sleep last night, but I still felt a little tired. So I took a short nap during my lunch.
I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used me.
That's real.
And then I turned around and started using others. I hurt a lot of people.
See, this is redemption right here. He realizes that what he did was wrong. He realizes that, and he's trying to make amends. Even if he can't fully reconcile with those people or make amends truly, like, he's at least going through the remorse and going through the grief and realizing what he did was wrong. So I still think that that's redemption in and of itself. Person, the Oracle. I may be a little out of the loop on that, because I don't know. Also, her weapon is so early. Nice. What did you get her weapon at?
I think I grew tired of it long ago. But I wouldn't admit it to myself. And ultimately, that's how I ended up here.
Hmm.
What do you wish to tell her?
All of it. My past. My mistakes. Everything that happened after we were separated.
Oh.
Is it okay if I give her the abridged version?
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over. Just tell her the important parts. Whatever you think that means.
Oh man, that's actually really kind of sad. You know, it's like this is actually a really touching moment.
Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us?
Yeah, that's
It's up to you.
What if she just decides to tell, like, what if she doesn't say any of the bad stuff to Thelindis? What if she just says he misses you and he longed to see you again? You know? I don't know how this conversation is going to go, but imagine she did that and spared her view of Ririr. Rules for gacha: only spend what you can spare, do not give up on necessities, food and rent, and unless you're rich, have some self-control. Not rich. Exactly. If it updated, hasn't updated, let me know when it's updated. Sounds good. Yeah, let me know. Still, redemption is a hollow path. It will not change the blood that is on his hands. See, I feel like that's a very cynical and pessimistic view of redemption. Like, sure, it doesn't change the blood on his hands, but that's, by the same token, you can't change the past, you know? Someone makes a mistake and they try to, you know, they try to serve, you know, time, or they try to make amends. Does that not count for anything? You know? I would say that it does. I would say that anyone can find redemption, salvation, grace. It doesn't matter what happened in the past, as long as they are trying to be a better version of themselves, or as long as they're trying to do better, you know. So I side with him here. I do like this character development for him. Didn't really spend money. You used to stay free to play, but that's not exactly true anymore since you've got 2 to 3 Welkins before. But you have not spent a lot, Jua, to be fair. You have definitely, like, getting Welkins, I think, is fine. You know, that little subscription fee here and there is what it is, basically. But I cannot say the same. I've spent quite a bit on Noelle's weapon, on... I don't know if I spent anything on characters outright. I probably have, at this point, to be fair.
Love demands honesty. But my relationship with Thelindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other. But after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't want to hide anything anymore.
I will do my best.
Ooh. It's such a cool weapon.
There. The abyss will no longer stand in your way.
Hey. You get Welkins and Battle Pass, but that's it. See, that's also fair. It's like, you know, the little subscription fees, which they're not subscription, they don't recur, but, you know, they might as well basically be that. And then, like, the occasional, like, just the tiny little splurge, right? But I think that that's fine, especially since they're, we'll say, quote-unquote, relatively affordable, yeah? But yeah, I also forget that I do get every battle pass, basically. I've gotten every battle pass for quite a while, but only when I get it to level 50. I don't buy the battle pass until I get to level 50. One of an assassin and the other hiding what she truly believes in. Wait, for, what is this in reference to? The lies that he and Ririr and Thelindis were telling? I've never gotten Battle Pass. You do like those rules for getting it. Thank you, Jua. Thank you. I appreciate that. It wasn't my original rules. My original rule was getting to 40 and then buying the Battle Pass because it gives you 10 anyways. But then I heard someone say they'd get it at 50. I was like, you know, that gives me a little more reason to play the game more, to stick with it. And it's like a little reward to myself. Even if I don't get the 10 levels for it, it's a little incentive to just keep playing. It does count for something, but their past shouldn't be forgotten nor forgiven. but the person should be forgiven if they stay on the side of good. The only thing I would say different about that is their past, maybe not forgotten, but forgiven, I would say, is fine. Don't necessarily, like, forgive and forget is a nice way to look at things, but I think it's a very hand-wavy way of how you should actually go about things in my own personal view. Don't forget because you don't want to fall into those traps again, either the mistakes you made or the mistakes other people made or the way that they hurt you, but always forgive. Always forgive when you can. It's not easy, for sure. But if someone wrongs you and they ask for forgiveness, I say be selfless and kind and gracious and forgive them. Doesn't mean that they won't do it again. And you may get hurt again. It's, again, not an easy thing to do because we don't like getting hurt. But imagine how it would be if the roles were reversed. If you messed up, if you hurt someone and you ask for forgiveness, right? You know you hurt them. Whether or not it happens, you do the same thing again in the future is a separate issue. In that moment, you want to make things right. I think you would want to be forgiven. So that's how I look at things. Don't forget, but always forgive. Whether or not they stay on the side of good or not, you know, quote unquote. Stream Elements, we don't need the rules every Tuesday rules, thank you. Thanks, Stream Elements. That's fair. Yeah, the lie. Okay, yeah, so for the lies. That's true. The assassin versus what she truly believes in, or just even, it's not really what she believes in, it's just her lineage. The fact that she had to lie about her lineage. But sure, also, I don't know if we know, she didn't seem like a fighter for the Crimson Dynasty, right? Because one of her own people tried to get her to do something, and she was kind of hesitant. She just said, I just want to marry the man of my, the man of my life right now. I just want to live life. I don't care about all the politics and stuff. I just don't want to be attacked, hunted for being of this lineage. So I don't think it's necessarily her belief. She may have believed, to be fair. I don't know. I don't remember. She may have believed the Crimson Dynasty's the rightful ruler of Conria. But ultimately, I think she was lying about who she was versus her beliefs, because if she didn't, if he couldn't bring himself to hunt her after that, someone else in the court would. Got the Calandria. Oh no. Thank you for the lurk, Orchid.
Even though Mr. Dainsliff felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend.
Yeah, he did.
Dane?
The way he says that with like a little hope.
He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going through.
Why tell me this?
Because if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said.
Oh.
Thank you. It means a lot. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell that you're determined to get out of here.
I remembered where that quote was from that I was thinking of earlier. It was from Sword Art Online Abridged. It was when Kirito and Asuna are talking with Kayaba Akihiko after he killed Asuna and then Kirito, and Kirito in turn used his last strength to kill him, and they got sent to like this weird limbo place. And then I think it was Asuna who said, she's like, this might sound strange coming from someone that you recently murdered, but you doing okay? I realized I still had my sad toggle on. Like a little floaty skip. Okay. Thanks, Paimon. Why did Paimon say anyways?
He kept his word.
Oh.
The abyss is no longer obstructing my path.
I love this so much. Rere and Thelindis lied to each other so much that question how well they really knew each other. After all, when Rere last saw Thelindis, she assumed he was going to kill her, even though he could never do that. That's true, and I guess we're about to find out the answer. Well, you said you question how well they know each other. I don't know if you're saying that from what you currently know, or just for what we know so far in the stream. Oh...
Is that the Lindis? She wasn't far off at all. And yet, they can never meet. Hello, Miss Thelindis.
Who are you? How do you know my name? I've never seen anyone else here before.
You can call me Columbina. I promised Rerir that I'd bring a message to you.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's doing better than he was.
Yeah, that's kind of a hard one. That's a hard thing to quantify. When the server restarts, gonna be getting the name card for Silvermoon Hall. Nice, congrats! I am so far behind on that. I really did not keep up with those weeklies. I kind of honestly did forget about them. But nice. How many weeks is it to get the Silvermoon Hall card? How many weeks does it take minimum?
Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time.
Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, their time ran out because of him.
Ooh.
And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon.
So, things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me what happened, Miss Columbina?
So she's not gonna spare his image or her image of him. Which is fair. Like, she deserves to know. And like Rerir said, a relationship of love is built on honesty.
Are you sure you wish to know?
Yes. This is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear, I have to know.
I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long.
But how long is short? Or how short is short?
Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own ends. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you. But I'm sure that you've always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going over all these years.
Oh man. Yeah, no, same, Thelindis, same. How long are you expecting the stream to last? Probably until like 1 a.m. EST is usually when I end. So it probably will go on there. It won't go on longer than that, just because I have a time, like I have a schedule to keep. But 1 a.m. EST is my latest, my cutoff time basically. Trying to get a 5-step for comp. I'm definitely down for comp after. Yes. Hit me up. Afterwards. 6 weeks normally, but when you start last update story, it locks away. Yeah. Yep. We found that out the hard way. Yep. Bark, welcome in. How are you doing? You are so happy. Why are you so happy, Bark? Did you get a particular character that you might have been looking forward to getting? Time flows differently here. We are currently at or before the time Thelindis jumped into the portal. We are officially before Ether woke up. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Miss Columbina. This is so upsetting. I'm not sure how to put my feelings into words.
It's alright. I understand. Well, that's everything from me. So, I guess I'll be...
Oh, wait. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past.
I know. I intend to reach the end of that road.
This is such a
Without
weird
moon marrow,
space.
Without the 3 moons' power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless... Are you one of the moon goddesses?
You could say that.
Not even a yes or a no, just you could say that.
I see.
Is it because like she technically is, but without the moon marrow it kind of is moot point? This patch has been really nice to you. I'm glad to hear that. Share the good news, Bark. What have you gotten? Remember when it said would temporarily be unable to do Silver Moon Hall stuff because couldn't say it would be completely inaccessible until the end of Nod Cry without being heavy spoilers? Yeah, that's fair. That is very fair, Jua. Won both 50-50s. Columbina was around 77. Inef was at 20. Decided to pull on her weapon banner. Inef's got 13 pulls, around 25 pity. Then you had a fate point. So the Gamba kicked in. Let's go for Bina's weapon. And it came early at 31. Yo, let's go. This patch has really been nice to you. Holy cow.
I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? Where am I even going?
Are there trains into that? Were there trains back when she was alive? I don't recall.
And it's not just me. It's this whole place. Wherever it is, it seems like it's existed forever. It's such a mystery. Where is it going?
Welcome back, Orchid. Laundry shuffle complete. Nice. Got her weapon at 40 pity. Yo, let's go. Everyone's getting early. I'm glad to hear it. I hope that we get the same luck when we do our Columbina pulls and our Anefa pulls. And if we have enough wishes, also for the weapon pulls. So now broke, got no Mora or books or weapon crystals. But it was worth it, right, Bark? Do you think that the homework was supposed to double as the replacement for the Columbina weeklies considering the canonical lockout? That's true. That is true.
It seems so ridiculous. I can't answer these basic questions, and yet I jumped right in here without hesitating, only to be torn apart the moment I entered by powerful energy currents. Only my soul remains now. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I too became bewitched by the abyss. I may have been the leverage it needed to control Rayrir.
I mean, that's possible.
I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that time in here flows in reverse.
Wait, how do you research that? How do you find that out?
Rayrir was one of the Finster King's retainers. With me, he was in an impossible position. It plagued him constantly. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy. So I thought I'd use this place to return to the past.
Ah, I see.
At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Finster King first found the princess. It was only after meeting the princess that the Finster King started going too far with his research into the abyss.
Oh.
That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting her and solve everything.
Okay, but imagine if she could. Imagine if she did go back and stop their meeting. Because the princess, clearly I'm sure that means... If we choose Lumine, I'm pretty sure that replaces that with Prince. Right? That's the Abyss twin that we're talking about, I'm sure. So, imagine if she did stop the Abyss twin meeting the Finster King. How different would this story have been? Also got Columbina at 57 after losing 50-50. I mean, hey, that's still technically early. Done rough maths for character building to max this team, and the next one you're making with Varka, and you need a lot. 31 million more, 2.2k purple books, and like 4k weapon crystals. Yeah, that's a lot. Check for signals from the portal before putting a signal emitting device into the portal, and then check if the signal disappears after. But could they just freely access this space through a portal? I know there was a portal that she jumped into. I forget how it formed, though. Princess equals prince for ether. Gotcha, gotcha.
I couldn't kill the Vinster King himself.
Also,
so I had to find another way to save Rayrir. That's why I wanted to go back. To kill the person who had brought new possibilities to our realm.
okay. I've always wondered what Vinster means, because to me it sounds like an adjective, and it looks like it might be. So in Swedish, which I don't think it's the Swedish one, it means profits or gains. In German, which sounds more along the lines of, well, no, I guess not. Conrad doesn't have a whole lot of German. It has some German. Oh, there is Norse. While in Old Norse, it referred to a part of an animal's stomach. Huh. I don't know. But every time I see Vinster King, the way that they say it, it sounds like, not an insult, but like you could replace Vinster with the word mad. It's like, I couldn't kill the Mad King himself. Is a kind of the vibe it gave me.
I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires. So I naively hoped I could change everything. But I was simply too weak. Like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me. I didn't even survive the journey here. Not physically, at least. I know I'm never getting out of here. But you're different. You can make it, and I want to help you. I owe you that much.
Why do you... Wait, she doesn't owe us anything, does she?
How do you plan to help me?
Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here?
Mm-hmm.
Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster. I can share what I've learned, and help you understand the pattern in which this energy appears.
Ooh, okay.
I think you just might... Now, I know you will be able to change the past.
In other languages, he's called the Black King instead of the Vinster King. Interesting. Portuguese has King of Eclipse. Okay, so it's to do with, like black moon, or dark moon, or what is it? New moon. Eclipse. So I'm guessing Vinster has something to do with, like, that. Unless they chose a completely different word for English.
Also, I've been speculating about where this space ends. The documentation was scanned, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest ones seem to begin with Nibelung, king of dragonkind.
Are we gonna see Nibelung in this Archon quest?
I have no way of verifying any of it by this point. But if it's true, you might be able to reach that era if you keep walking.
Oh boy.
Understood. Thank you, Miss Delindis.
I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deductions be? Thanks to you, they have some meaning.
He's Vinster King in Spanish, French, Thai, Indonesian, and Italian as well. Okay, interesting. But yeah, the word Vinster was just so foreign to me that it sounded like it could have been a synonym for mad or insane. You know, the Mad King just sounds fitting, especially given what we know of the Vinster King.
About Rayrir.
Also, because...
I'm so sorry. For everything.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth. And that dishonesty sealed our fates. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rayrir? You're there, aren't you?
Is it a young Rayrir?
I cannot see you.
No, okay.
Because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity.
Oh, man.
But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met.
Oh. But what I was gonna say, like, they call him the Vinster King instead of his name, you know, or King such and such. They say the Vinster King, as if it's meant to just be like, it's too taboo to talk about his name, so we just call him the Mad King. You know, that's the vibe I always got from that word, that name. But Chinese and Japanese use Black King, and Chinese is probably the most accurate for lore stuff, and thus ended the story of Reverend Lindis.
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end?
She's actually walking. She's not doing her floaty skip.
Is there even an end to be found? Everything's getting blurry.
Oh,
Are you all right, little sister? Have you come from the distant future?
How exactly did the moons just disappear? Shouldn't it be a little harder to get rid of major creations like moons?
so I will say real quick, I have had a few things spoiled at this point, and that's kind of one of them. Like, not story-wise, but just knowing that certain NPCs show up, which is unfortunate because people just can't keep their mouths shut or keep from creating videos on the internet.
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddesses likely perished in the War of Funerary Flame. The moons themselves were also destroyed at that time, save for the Frost Moon, from which a new moon goddess was later born.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that the moon goddesses were born on the moon, but doesn't Columbina say she was born in Nodcry? Huh, you're right.
Maybe Nodcry. Well, Nodcry's got moon fragments.
Why do their birthplaces differ? What's the difference between the two generations of moon goddesses?
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other words, 4 moon marrows.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that moment. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is doing right now.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yep, we have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. She's on her own for now.
But at least she's trying her best to get back to us.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. And a sore loser, too. We have to trust that she'll find a way. Because we really need her power. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. He's much too powerful. It wouldn't even be close.
At least she can admit that. I'm happy she can at least admit that.
That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone or something that can stop him before he does anything worse.
Yeah, there's a reason why some Genshin streamers stop watching Genshin content. Absolutely fair. And I'm unfortunately may have to do the same thing when new patches come out.
I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. I'm not just saying this because Columbina's a friend and I want her back safe and sound. It's just the truth.
She said it. She said the thing. She said she's That makes me happy. She said the thing. She changed too much since meeting her. I think she's changed in a good way, in some ways at least. But she said it. Columbina's a friend and you want her back, safe and sound.
And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but I don't have a better solution.
We're not giving up on saving her, whether she can defeat Dottore or not.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone. We're all aligned on saving Columbina.
No one's trying to argue that we can only justify saving our friend because it will help save the world. This is about multitasking. We want to save both.
Exactly. It's not doing one in favor of the other. It's you want to do both. It just happens to be the same thing.
So, she's more than just a moon goddess to you guys.
She's more than just a moon goddess to you too, Sandrone. You don't have to hide your feelings anymore.
Absolutely.
Duh! She's part of the gang! And you are too, you know.
Yes, I know. You don't need to labor the point. I knew that the moment I came running over with my documents that I was part of the in-group. I mean, if Arlecchino can fit in, I certainly can.
Okay.
Anyway, as for how we get Columbina back, I've been working on it constantly. But I think I'm still lacking certain information about the moon.
She sounds like that popular girl, or the girl who thinks she's like super popular in a group, and then she's like, yes, I know that I'm super popular and you guys wanted me in your group, and now I'm here. Like, you don't have to go on about it. It's like, we weren't, but thanks.
I'd probably get there if I could continue my calculations, but the problem is, I've run out of computing power.
That's a thing? That's possible?
Computing power? You mean you need more energy?
I think she needs more brain.
No, the issue isn't energy, it's processing power. There's so much data to get through that the whole process has just ground to a halt.
She's so much of a tsundere. Yes, it's great.
That's a tricky problem.
Do we just hook her up to something that can give her more processing power?
René de Petrichor of the Nazissenkreuz Ordo once foretold the fate of the world. But I don't know how he did it. My guess is that he used the primordial sea's power.
Is René the one who came up with the prophecy? Or like deduced the prophecy of Fontaine getting flooded? Or was that something else and the fate of the world is something completely different? AKA she needs RAM. No, I don't think she needs RAM. I think she needs a bigger CPU. Either way, like we gotta find her some spare parts, it sounds like. Double Skitsu Delta down for comp at 1 AM? Perfect. I'll be there.
However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly different from my own.
Thanks for updating me,
What's
Mori.
worse, they're incompatible. And to top it all off, we can't even leave Nodcry.
The Primordial C won't work for her. Okay, that makes sense. Hate these problems. You either need to spend forever trying to find a cheat to speed up processing time, or spend fortunes trying to add more processing power. Yep.
Ugh, this is so annoying. If I'd known we'd run into a bottleneck like this. Well, no, the design bureau's a bust as well. Curse that Dottore! Couldn't have made this harder for me if he tried.
Oh, what do we do then? How about we grab a bite to eat and take a break? Maybe something will come to mind after you've cleared your head.
There's a second person telling you to clear your head, Sandrone. Take the advice, please.
You don't get it, do you? I'm trying to calculate the fate of an entire world here. And I need accurate results, not vague prophecies. Where the heck am I gonna find the computing power for that?
Well, you're not gonna find it on an empty stomach.
Ahem.
I don't even know if you can eat.
Anyway, time to shelve the discussion on technical difficulties. Being a killjoy isn't very ladylike after all.
Either way, we've done what we can. Rest well, everyone. Remember to let us know if anything new comes up.
Hat guy? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
I wonder if they're gonna go back and give either voiced lines for every time in other Archon quests when it's just one of these things. It'd be nice if they did that. Guess you can agree with Marionette here? True. I was gonna say, like, when she was like, this is so annoying, I was like, that's Juwa's thoughts right now. When Paimon is saying that you know you're stressing out. Yup. She can have tea and snacks literally served back to her as Polonia. Yeah, you're right. I have had a momentary lapse in memory. You're correct. She can in fact eat, or at the very least, she can eat tea, and we don't know. I guess no, she had like conch madeleines, fortune cookies. Anyways, she could have tea and snacks. So yeah, you're right. Get some food, Sandrone. Food, deep breaths, walk around. You're not gonna solve anything more by stressing out more.
Let's go somewhere a little more private.
She needs to eat.
You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
I think we were aware, yeah.
Yeah, she mentioned she was planning to head back.
Yeah, to warn the Dendro Archon, although she also probably wanted to do it to save her own skin. I'm sure that was at least part of her reasoning, if not the full reason.
Things aren't looking good for Notcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are two possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see how we're going to react. He'll easily devour everything eventually, so I guess he's in no rush to make it happen.
I guess. I think it's kind of the... Still working through some kinks in his new power. The other is he wants to see how we're going to react. I guess both are valid. There could also be other reasons too, but the first one, we know that he doesn't have all of the issues with his power. Like, he's still discovered new things about controlling time, and he's trying to figure out how to do it so precisely now.
The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore's ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour the moon. Clearly, he began studying the moon goddess's powers long before he even tried making a god. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. And in the end, he devoured the moon where I failed. In the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret, also known as Al-Ahmar. I don't know if it was a real game, or if he was just trying to challenge his servants and citizens in some way. But creating games and setting rules, gods do that as a matter of course. That's the kind of power Dottore craves.
Not sure she needs to eat. Feels like a nice to have rather than a need to have, consider the high likelihood that she's a robot. Oh, she's absolutely a robot. She says that Alan built her or created her. I forget her exact phrasing. But yeah, she says she was created. But that's also a good point. Maybe she doesn't need to eat. It's more just like a, she needs to recharge or whatever, maybe she doesn't. I don't know. But it's just a break. It's just something to do, right? Like a hobby, even. Let's not forget the travel is a wildcard, something that the doctor can control. Probably treat her similar to Raiden and Wander in terms of food, willing and able to eat their favorite foods, but not needing to. That's true, that's a good point. Quite honestly, if you're Dottore, it would rush everything, but this is in character for him. He thinks he's already won. That's a very good point. He's so cold and calculated, but also very calm and not in a rush for anything, because he's thought of so many different outcomes, so many different ways to handle everything, and figured out how to handle each different outcome. He's, in his head, already won. Doing Act 8? Yes, I am. Welcome in, Cryo. How you doing? You can't control wildcard, but you can account for it and adjust your experiment to minimize the damage done to the results. That's also true. You can do it to a point. He probably thinks he's got everything all figured out with ether being a variable. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen.
Now he has the Trilunar Authority. His power is leagues beyond the common people. I don't think there's any point in other nations rushing to the front line. They're better off focusing on defense and hoping they can fend off any threats that spill out from Nodcry.
Are you saying your last message in a Dottore voice? You can't control a wild card, but you can account for it and adjust your experiment to minimize the damage done to the results. He's got such a really cool way of talking. Man, if my voice wasn't so weak, like my voice, okay, real talk for a moment, just as an aside, my voice has not gotten better. In fact, I think my voice has still gotten a bit weaker since I got sick, and I don't know if it was from getting sick. But my voice has, like, it kind of skips sounds a little bit, which is a little concerning. Maybe I'll get it checked out, but, yeah, like, I just tried to do a little bit of a Dottore, not like an impression, but just, like, talking that way, and it didn't sound, I don't know. I hope it's nothing going on with my voice, though. Like, it's really concerning, though. It's starting to get a little concerning. Anyways, but no, I was gonna say, he's got a really creepy way of talking that it sounds so good for him. Like, it just matches him.
Either way, Dori will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact the other gods in turn.
How will she do that, I wonder? You were sick when you came home from Japan? I'm sorry to hear that. Welcome back from Japan, though. I don't know if this is recent or not, but I'm sorry. Yeah, I know a lot of people are getting sick. Today, one of my coworkers went home early because he was feeling sick.
The Seven will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos as quickly as Nodcry has.
Not completely, just as quickly. Okay.
So on the bright side, even if Nodcry is doomed, your friends in other nations won't be in any immediate peril.
Immediate. Okay, he's reinforcing. It's not a for sure thing. It's still likely, or sadly still possible to happen. Last month fully recovered. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, glad you're doing better.
That's good to know. But I'm not ready to give up on Nodcry yet.
There's a word for people who refuse to let anything go. It's called being greedy.
Oh, that's an interesting outlook. That's an interesting philosophy. Like, for one person to say, you know, to try to be virtuous, and for the other person to call them greedy for it. Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe it sounds greedy to you, and probably naive too.
Yep.
But whatever you call it, that's what gives me the determination to keep fighting.
This is some really good... I did not expect this to get so philosophical right here.
Battles are fleeting, but the will to fight is a long-term commitment. Give up for even a moment, and your resolve will shatter.
Why do you always feel the need to do the right thing? No one is born to be a savior. I mean, who's gonna criticize you if you fail or give up?
Other people, like, I guess, like, depending on how long you've kept this up, if you decide to quit one day, people are like, yo, what up?
Don't take this the wrong way, but Dottore said something similar to me.
Ooh.
I guess the Fatui attracts people who don't believe in saviors.
Not necessarily. It's less about belief for me. I just want to know how determined you really are. After all, I don't owe anything to anyone else here. Only you.
I thought you said we were even. You saved us from Dottore, and you said we're even. What do you still owe to us, and for what? Nahida is probably the most centered of all the Archons, Natlan and Fontaine West, Liyue and Inazuma East, and Mondstadt and Snezhnaya North. Probably just quickest to have her spread the word rather than a specific skill she has. That's true. I mean, she could also send the Aranara, right?
You look kinda worried.
I don't know if they can leave Sumeru. I assume they can, but I also don't know if there's anything keeping them bound to Sumeru.
If your arch-nemesis was about to achieve their ultimate goal, I think you might feel a little worried too.
Yeah, fair.
That's true. Dottore is about to become an omniscient, omnipotent deity. That's gotta be a bitter pill to swallow. Still, you're calmer than I expected.
Obviously. I have to admit that my past self was a reckless fool who misunderstood not only the point of revenge, but how to achieve it. And as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not gonna get it by acting alone. If the world's taught me anything, it's to think before I act.
He's still a little vengeful, but like he's smart about it. He is not selfish as he's not as selfish, right? Vengeance is still kind of a selfish endeavor regardless, but he is at least level-headed about it. And I'm still gonna take the silver lining and, you know, focus on the fact that he knows that he has to work with people, that he can't go off and do a, you know, run a fool's errand trying to, you know, accomplish all this on his own. And he realizes that his past self was way too immature.
Too bad it never taught me any other virtues, though. So, I am going to destroy Dottore, no matter what it takes.
Oh, those facial expressions were scary. But also just, too bad it never taught me anything. Like, too bad it never taught me to be a good person.
So, what's your plan?
You're forgetting R&R can only be seen by children. That's not true, actually, Arsenal. They can be seen by adults. R&R probably can leave Sumeru, but can't imagine they'd be faster or more reliable than the core of 30. Oh, that's true. She can just have the core of 30, and also probably even the other, you know, like desert tribes or whatever. Like they can have them spread word. You're right. Mercenaries, that's the word. Anyways, no, Arsenal. So Hypatia saw the Aranara when she was doing her training and stuff. We, Ether, or you know, as the player character, can see Aranara. I think there was something in a not a world quest, I mean, I guess also a world quest too. Yeah, no, there was an NPC, I think it was a forest ranger who saw the Aranara. But I think there was an event quest where someone saw the Aranara as well. Anyways, they can probably choose who to be seen by at times, maybe. That's a little less, like, stated in fact. I don't remember exactly if it's because the majority of people in Sumeru, the adults, can't dream, and that's why they can't see Aranara. Maybe dream having people can't see, I don't know. Anyways, someone can fact check that, or someone can, like, look into it. Sonic, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for the check-in.
I'll get to that. First,
I've already forgotten what he said.
Tell me, what do you think of Sandrone?
It's kind of a tsundere, but, you know, she's sort of adorable. What's your plan? Okay, that's what he said.
Just like Paimon said, she's a friend, part of the gang.
I mean, that's not your only thought, though. That can't be your only thought.
How much do you trust her?
That's a different question.
This is a serious question. Think carefully before you answer.
Do we get the little, like, or the multiple options in the thought clouds? How much do we trust her? I mean, I trust that if we know, like, I trust that she's not gonna lie to us. I don't know. Anyways. Adults can see the Arnar, they just don't tend to believe the Arnar exists, so they cannot see them. Not dreaming is not a thing anymore, as that was a side effect of the Akasha harvesting everyone's dreams. No, I know, but like, at the time when all this was stated that no one else could see the Aranara, it was during the time that most people could not dream, and I didn't know if there was a correlation there. Like, if the Akasha suppressing their dreams thus prevented them from seeing Aranara, or if they're just two things that happened, like, coinciding in time.
Although she's with the Fatui, she has her own values, and she's helped us a lot. If nothing else, she's clearly going the extra mile for Columbina.
That's true.
I see no reason not to trust her.
If you say so.
Okay, you explain then.
In that case, the three of us need to talk. I have some thoughts about her computing problem. It can be solved, but it will come with a cost.
What cost?
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
I don't think he means that kind of cost.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. You know that?
Ether's talking? Yes, Ether's talking. Ether has so many talking lines. in this update. It's crazy. Yoimiya visiting Sumeru had that confirmed that dreaming was not the key, as that was after the Archon quest. Wait, so I don't remember if Yoimiya could see the RNR or not. She could, right? I just straight up don't remember.
Come on, let's go talk to her.
Okay, so maybe he didn't refute us, so maybe it is a monetary cost. I was thinking it was like, it comes at a cost, like something has to be sacrificed. Like part of her, or Polonia, or she has to give up like a huge section of her research lab, or, you know, something. Interesting.
Miss Androne, Traveler.
6 out of X has been favorite update so far. Absolutely love the writing. It is really good writing.
Hey there.
Paimon's here too. She was just helping them sort through their things. How did your chat go?
That was fast. The call only just ended.
Well, you said it was urgent, so we got here as quickly as we could.
Albedo, I have some alchemy questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Looks like my knowledge proved useful after all.
Albedo examines Sandrone's notes.
If I might ask, what is the end goal for the modified formula you'll be using?
Sakura, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. How are you doing? How was RV? Yep, still doing RV there. Yeah. How was RV? Did you make it to the end, or did you have to stop? I don't know how long it takes to get to the end. The run that I mentioned that I was doing with someone, we're still doing it, and I think we've had a lot of hiccups. We've died quite a few times. Thank you for the shout out to Sakura. Welcome in, Biliri and Puggy Mommy. It was really fun. Glad to hear. The official answer is RNR are generally seen by children and those with pure dream-filled hearts. Pure being the key word here. Gotcha. And Loxix, welcome in as well. It was crazy. Managed to reach 2 checkpoints. How many checkpoints are there? I know there's more than 2, but I think, because how many did we get? I think we got it to like 5 or 7 checkpoints so far, and we're still not at the end. Loxix, thank you so much for the already a year. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the 1 year, Loxix. Thank you. I super appreciate it. Oh my goodness, thank you. The first bridge was really hard. We tested the laws of physics quite a bit. Yes. First bridge. I don't know if the first bridge is always the same, but it was definitely really interesting. There was one bridge that we found that we can't drive on backwards, even though we needed to, because it's a rear-wheel drive RV, and it just threw all the planks off of the elevator, or off the bridge, or whatever it was. But anyways. Oh no, the ad! I'm such a goof. I forgot about the ad. Probably a lot. I'll continue the RV talk after the ad's up. So Albedo wants to know what the modified formula purpose is.
I needed to predict the future of the entire world. But I've run into some teething issues since trying to implement Renee's theory of the 4 Orthants.
I see. I'll have a look at it. Still, computing power is the real issue here. How do you plan to solve it?
Did he come up with that, like, that computing power is the real issue? Did he come up with that on his own, or is he just reiterating what we told him?
About that.
Oh?
It's been sorted.
Oh. Great. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sakura, for the 5 months. Got stuck in the ad before you could resub. I thank you so much for the resub. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate it. You and Loxix both. Thank you. So as I was saying, so probably a lot. Yeah, I don't know how many Orphits. I don't know how much like the games differ, like each different world, each different save. I think it's probably got the same number of checkpoints, or very nearly, but the worlds probably vary quite differently. I think you're in a snowy area. The run that I'm doing is more desert and forest. Which is interesting in its own right. But there's things that I don't like there, like fire and lava. But, nice. I'm glad you had a good time. I'll try to tune in for some more of your run too, because I want to see how you guys handle certain things. Hype train. Is it a hype train? Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for the hype train. I keep forgetting to check for the hype trains. Thank you, thank you. I super appreciate it. Alright, and so we're currently in the middle of the newest story stuff that got released. And it's, I will say, I nearly cried already early on.
Oh, with the Traveler's help?
You overestimate me, Albedo.
Actually, you're not wrong. He found the person with the solution.
I did? I mean, yeah, I did. Sure I did. Who was it again? Was it Wanderer?
Was it Hat Guy?
Yeah, it was him.
Thank you for the check-in, Sakura. We play like we are crazy scientists. Yes, it's so fun. I was really happy to find out that the passenger seat rotates, that it goes in circles. Like, that's one of my favorite things about the RV.
Wow! Go Hat Guy! Seems like all that time studying at the academia is paying off big time.
Sounds about right. Also, talking about crazy scientists, so it's actually very apt to the current story quest in Genshin, because we're fighting a mad scientist, essentially, or we're trying to fight a mad scientist who basically just became a god. So he can rip the sky open, he can bend time. We're up against the wall at the moment. We're trying to figure out how to solve that problem. So it's just funny that you mentioned mad scientist or crazy scientist. Flash got his engineering degree tonight for sure. Nice. Congrats, Flash, on the engineering degree. I can't wait to see what you guys cook up. I'll have to go back and watch your VOD and see the craziness.
But where is he? Wasn't he the one who asked Albedo and I to come here?
Come with me.
That's not a good thing. Yeah, it really is not a good thing. Oh.
Hat Guy? What's happened to him?
Oh no, don't tell me. No.
Hat Guy, can you hear us?
The cost better not be what I'm thinking it is now.
No response. I guess he's in hibernation.
Put a note to DM for a Phasmo co-op fun next week. Yes, please, Sakura. I'll keep an eye out for your DM. It's probably fine. Need to remember to tell him about Tori's strongest ability before the fight, because it's not a spoiler, but it's something he should know before starting the fight. Okay, yes, please. Are we gonna get to it this stream, Jua? I mean, maybe. We've got like less than 2 hours. Maybe we do.
Hat Guy mentioned that he was a puppet. It seems that his functions are currently shut down. I presume this has something to do with the solution to your computing problem.
She's going to use his mind for additional processing power.
That's right. He and the Traveler came to see me.
Oh
Wait,
no.
what? You have a solution?
Would you calm down? Why do you always react so hysterically to everything?
Probably next stream, unless we rush it. Yeah, we probably won't rush it. And I would hate to, like, get to the Dottore fight and then have to rush that or not have enough time or whatever. You know what I mean? So, okay, next stream for sure.
Excuse me? How would you know? You shouldn't be so quick to judge complete strangers. It's very bad manners.
Oh, her telling us about bad manners is so rich. That is rich.
Oh, please. It doesn't take that long to figure out that you have a temper.
Of course, he knows from experience, but she doesn't know that.
Where does a mere student get that kind of confidence?
I've actually published more papers than you.
Oh.
Not that status counts for much. Even Paimon's applied for academia admission.
Wait, did she? Was this known? Also, she looks ridiculous. Is Monsieur Paimon. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, princess. Okay, so fun fact, Sakura and Lock 6 and people who, the French-speaking people here, I just want to mention, because she gets these glasses, and like, this like fake glasses with, what's it called? A mustache, in the Fontaine Archon quest, which is a very France-inspired place. So there's a lot of French words for a lot of French influence. So I don't remember if I came up with it. No, I didn't come up with it. But so her name is Paimon, yeah, right there, Paimon. They like showed the picture of her side by side, one without the glasses and one with. So it was on the left Paimon, and then on the right Pai Monsieur. Anyways, I love stupid little puns like that. Can do 1.4 mil damage with your new Lunar Bloom team. Yo, let's go. Nice. You think you love Paimon better like this? Baguette Paimon is best. Yes, I love that's such a silly face.
Huh? Are you serious?
Yeah, is he serious? Has Paimon actually applied?
See? This is why I can't be bothered to explain myself.
Oof.
She recognizes no one's skills but her own.
Okay, honestly though, that's valid. That is valid. Monsieur Le Paimon. Paimon?
Okay, fine.
Wait, what?
I'll hear you out. So tell me, how do you propose to solve my computing power problem?
That's such a funny emote. Oh my gosh.
This world itself is constantly processing all kinds of information.
Oh?
If it's the world's future you're trying to calculate, you need a processing device that's designed to cope with that volume.
Is he a conduit? Is he gonna act as a conduit between her and, like, Irminsul?
Easier said than done. Only Irminsul can handle that kind of...
Yep.
Wait, is that what you're suggesting? But surely we can't just plug my formula directly into the ley lines.
Sure we can. Why not?
You should be able to tell that I'm not human, right?
Yeah, I noticed. The technology, though, seems pretty ancient. Very different from Pontaine's. It's a completely different system.
She knows he's not human. She knows it's technology, but she doesn't recognize it. Partly, I guess, because of the age, but two, because it's Inazuman, and also, like an Archon's toy, essentially. Just did again, got 2 million. Yo! I would love to see that, oh my gosh. Is that Ether and Paimon? Nah, it's obviously some random Fatui and Paimon's here.
Conrian, to be precise.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm what they would have called a puppet.
Did we know he was Conrian? A Conrian puppet? Or used Conrian technology? I don't remember that specific detail, just that, Raiden constructed him. Glad that at least one NPC calls Ether out on his disguise.
Puppets need an energy source and processing power. The artisans who built them sought out the materials most suited for that purpose.
Okay. Paimon is best now.
You? Do you mean...
The Traveler and I have talked it over. He's willing to vouch for you.
Oh.
So, I'll allow you to borrow my core for your calculations.
Oh.
It was built using wood from a silver white tree, which makes it a small part of Irminsul.
Conrian technology and Irminsul wood. Who in the world could have built you?
Oh, you know. A god.
Are you sure about this? A puppet without its core will cease functioning completely. And if it's left in that state for too long, it might not recover. You could die if you do this. You do realize that, don't you?
But surely he won't die. They won't kill him off, right? Surely.
I can put 2 and 2 together. Yes. No need to rub it in.
So he's fully willing to go through. My boy has grown so much. My boy has grown as a character, and I love it.
I won't lie to you. This has never been done before. I cannot guarantee your safety.
Jua, no. Jua, no.
Doesn't matter. I'm prepared for the worst.
Oh, man.
Did you two actually talk this through? Is he... Are we really considering this?
We are, and I'm glad that she's at least concerned for his safety. See, she's not a bad person. She's rude and very narcissistic, but she's not a bad person.
Yes, we discussed it. The bottom line is, he trusts me, and I trust you. Let's give it a shot, shall we?
Honestly,
Okay,
I have
well.
no clue where this kid even came from. But for whatever reason, he lent me his core to use in my formula. I'm very close to finishing my calculations now, and the core is currently in use. So I'm sorry, but I can only show you a sketch right now.
I really thought they were just gonna plug her form, like he was gonna act as a conduit to Ermin's soul or to the ley lines, but this works too. Although I'm sure that plugging it in directly into Ermin's soul would have been much faster. This thing would have been done a lot quicker than just a small portion of it. Or maybe it doesn't work that way. Maybe because it's just Ermin's soul, it's a silver white tree branch. It has the same amount of processing power. Like it doesn't matter the size. I don't know.
This is what the core looks like.
Oh. Wait. Have we seen this before? They can't get to Ermin's soul without leaving Nodcry. No, I get that. I just meant like Wander himself like meditate, because we saw him in a meditating pose. I thought maybe he was meditating to connect mentally or spiritually or whatever with Ermin's soul. Have we seen this thing before? Everyone who's cursed? Yeah, thank you. I actually forgot that for a moment too, but I more so just meant like him sort of using his energy to like telepathically or mentally, spiritually, whatever, connect with Ermin's soul. This is really, it looks so familiar.
A silver white branch. It certainly matches the legends told about Ermin's soul.
Is Hat Guy gonna be okay?
He's not gonna die, right? Right?
Sure, he won't die. Surely not.
In theory, he should be fine. As long as we put his core back in time. Beyond that, all I can say is that I'll try my best to avoid risk and make sure the core doesn't sustain any damage.
They turn around, the core's on fire.
I think I know why you called us here now. Someone needs to watch over his body and make sure it's protected until the process completes.
Correct. He says that the
Correct.
only ones he trusts here are you two. And the Traveler. And the Traveler will have other work to do.
Look after Hat Guy for me.
He will have our undivided attention.
Aww, Hat Guy.
Oh.
On a more positive note, things are progressing steadily on my end. I'll call everyone in for a meeting once the results are out.
The top of the Wanderer's core resembles the top of the Electro-Gnosis. That makes so much sense, given who made it. Sinjoni returns to her initial question. She and Albedo enter an in-depth discussion. You, Paimon, and Jurin stand next to Hat Guy, keeping watch over his silent body. You've never seen him in this state before. He looks so peaceful.
The worst case scenario with the core removal is either a system reset or a total loss of function. But I'm not afraid. A quiet death should have been my fate long ago.
I forgot that he was fully ready to just erase himself from time. So him sacrificing himself here is a little less selfless and altruistic than I originally gave him credit for, but still selfless and altruistic nonetheless. Like, it still also just fulfills that, or it is just that selfish little thought that he had. Not exact, but it's similar. And I mean, it still makes sense, like, if that's truly the case. It would have been faster to do it to the tree itself, but they couldn't hook it up to the tree itself as they need to go to Sumeru and Nahida to be able to do that. Wait, they don't have to go to... No, I guess... Well, I think that's one way to do it. I don't think that's the only way to do it, though, is it? No, maybe it is. I guess Ermin's soul is, like, I don't know, directly under Sumeru or something. I forget exactly how it's physically situated, but there is a stronger connection, in Sumeru. So you both are right, Jua and LR. Yeah, no, but like, a quiet death should my fate long ago. So he's willing to do this because he realizes it would satisfy one of his original goals. It's the only known way to do it, at least. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
A core is completely different from a heart. It's like another vital organ entirely. I never believed it could be a true replacement for what I sought. But in the end, it turns out the core was more useful to me. Pretty funny when you think about it. It's like the punchline of my entire life.
Man, that's so sad. Like, I know that he's like making kind of light of it, but it's also so sad that like that's his takeaway, you know? Because that's all he wanted was a heart, but it was more useful for him to have a core.
Do you think there's any difference between a puppet and a human? If not, then this would just be another samsara. I have already experienced both a past life and a next life. Part of me wonders whether I'm only capable of making this decision because I've become a real human. What's with that expression? Isn't this a good thing?
Oh, my guy.
Sandrone will succeed, won't she? She has to.
She will. We all have to persevere until this is over.
That's right. And I'll protect you all until a moment of victory arrives.
You suddenly feel like the concept of time has become blurry. It rushes forward for you, yet marches backward with every step that Columbina takes. Silent, yet turbulent. Tori's words echo in your ears. These 4 divisions anchor the world and shackle those who live in it. He may be deranged, but he understands the rules. He understands well the rules of the world, which now test you all. More cutscene? For us, that is the only option, but there are other ways.
Who are you?
Oh boy, okay, here we go. Thank you for the lurk, Sakura. If you're heading out for rest, I hope you get some good rest. Yeah, but I think there are other ways. They may be very difficult, and maybe not like just anyone can do it. But okay, here we go. I am concerned.
Call me Sonnet. You have the same power as Canon.
The exact reason you stayed, understandable.
Sonnet. So, you're the goddess of the iridescent moon?
Oh, goodness. You recognize me? Well then, what's your name?
Is this why they know? Because I kept seeing things, people were talking about, why does this person know, or why does the Crimson Moon know Columbina's name, or her surname at least, before she even comes up with it? And it's like, okay, there's some wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff going on. Sonnet is so pretty, she really is.
Columbina Hyposelenia.
Hyposelenia? What a lovely name.
Yeah.
Did you choose it yourself?
It was a joint effort between me and my friends.
Friends? You mean your friends in the heavens?
No.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. You must be exhausted. I apologize. Hang in there. Let me introduce you to my older sisters.
Do you mean the other 2 moon goddesses? Arya and Canon?
Wow, you sure know a lot. Hey, does that mean that our story goes on into the future?
I mean, something like that.
Oh, I guess that wasn't the best question to ask. It's alright. We were prepared for that possibility. You could say we were too prepared. I can't even remember how long my sisters and I have been here by this point. When did you get here?
Oh.
How long has it been?
I can't say for sure, but it feels like it's been forever.
I see. Are you feeling alright? You look a little unwell.
I can hold out a while longer.
Why is she looking at her cape? Or her train?
We don't have far to go. The place where my sisters and I are based is just up ahead.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
worry, they're both really nice. I'll introduce you.
This is the most put together place in this entire space. Oh, the moons on, like, that float behind them face in different directions. Wait, this one faces to the left. The gold one faces to the right. The blue one faces up. Does Columbina get one that faces down? If there are 4 moons or moon goddesses or moon marrows. Even though her power is the same as Canon's.
Sisters, I'm back. And look who I've brought with me. It's our lovely little sister, born in the far future.
The pleasure is all mine.
Sonnet is your favorite out of the original 3? Yeah, same. She's so gorgeous. They all are gorgeous, but Sonnet, my word. What's wrong? Why are they not talking to us? Also, she kind of reminds me of Layla, like specifically the headdress that she's got reminds me of Layla. It's like the exact same color, I think, as Layla's headdress.
Allow me to introduce you to Columbina Hyposelenia. This is Aria, the goddess of the eternal moon. And this is Canon, goddess of the frost moon. Canon, don't you think Hyposelenia's power is similar to yours?
Hello, Columbina. I apologize for our startled reaction just now. And please, forgive our little sister
Oh,
if she's been
no.
annoying you. She tends to talk a lot.
Oh no.
It's fine.
You seem shy. Don't worry, Columbina Hyposelenia. No one can hurt you here.
Interesting that Sonnet refers to her by her surname, Canon refers to her by her first name, and Aria uses both. I wonder if that's intentional. Columbina is the frost moon. If she were to get one right now, it'd probably match Canon. Perhaps.
Could you tell me where here is?
That's a no.
Please. I must know.
Okay, maybe they do and they're just hesitant.
My dear sister. This is where Tevat's original ruler, the Dragon King Nibelung, imprisoned the moon goddesses.
So this place does have a purpose.
What? You're scaring her, Canon.
No, I'm fine.
Sonnet is so sweet.
Please, continue.
Nibelung, our original master, created us in the distant past to maintain Tevat.
But he left this world and traveled into the dark universe beyond, to explore worlds vaster still.
Day and night, we fulfilled our duty in the heavens, until the day that the first descender arrived.
The great ruler of the firmament.
The heavenly principles.
Is that what later generations call them? I see. But we did not reject them at first, nor did they seem to harbor ill intent towards this world. We coexisted in peace. They were like a guest in our home.
Slowly, however, we came to realize that our guest had a growing desire to change and dominate the world.
And you didn't stop it?
No. There was an order to the rules they set up that Nibelung never taught us.
Ooh.
We wanted to know if this order would bode good or ill for Tevat. All right. Canon and I wanted to know. Sonnet was against it from the outset.
Later, we discovered that this great ruler of the firmament bore an almost paranoid hostility toward the desire of certain life forms to seek power. Or Perhaps they feared them. They would even cast down celestial nails as manifestations of their power, to punish the civilizations of the world below.
Yep, we've seen 2 of those at least. Wait. Yeah, 2. Dragon Spine and the Chasm.
Only this was far beyond mere punishment.
Right. Their rules brought order, but the price people paid for merely testing the limits of those rules was far too great. I did everything in my power to help the punished escape catastrophe, but still, too many lives were lost.
The ancestors of the Frost Moon Scions were some of the ones you helped.
But just when we had decided to take countermeasures, the Dragon King, Nibelung, returned.
And so began the War of Funerary Flame.
So, that's the name the world gave that war in the future.
Well, who won in the end?
As far as I know, the Heavenly Principles won, although it came at a great cost. They remained in Teyvat, where they continue to rule to this day.
Sort of. Again, they are very not present and very likely asleep. We've seen 3 Enkonomiya. Is there a nail in Enkonomiya? I don't recall seeing a nail in Enkonomiya.
And the world's original master, the Dragon King Nibelung, was destroyed.
And what of the moons? Are there still 3 moons in Teyvat's skies?
So, about the sky.
You can tell us the truth, Columbina. We know we are but remnants of a bygone age. We are prepared for the answer.
Only the Frost Moon remains, but it has been cast beyond the false firmament by the Heavenly Principles. The eternal and iridescent moons were both shattered during the war.
So death finally came for us in the end.
Sonnet.
But you're still here, aren't you?
A moon goddess cannot live without her moon, Columbina.
She's right. That's why I began to disappear. Because the Frost Moon is cut off by the false sky. How much worse it would have been if it were outright destroyed.
There is. It's been confirmed by MiHoYo. Has it? Wait, I need to see something then. Enkonomiya. Celestial Nail. Okay, there's the one in the chasm. Solar. Oh, is it the solar chariot thing? I don't see anything about there being one in Enkonomiya, but I'll let either someone else mention it or talk about it in chat to let me know, or I'll look at after stream.
Our souls may endure within this lunar palace, but if our moons are destroyed,
then we shall disappear the moment we depart from it.
I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize to us, dear sister. If anything, we owe the world an apology. If only we'd decided to act sooner, rather than arguing amongst ourselves.
Wiki says there are 6 no nails? My goodness, I'm so behind on the lore then. So where are the 6 nails then? If one's the chasm, one's dragon spine, and assuming one is Enkonomiya, where are the other 3?
all the more reason not to spend this time in regret and repentance. Instead, we should focus our efforts on how we might help our future sister.
Sorry?
Don't you see, Columbina, your story is not yet over. Is that not why you are here?
Oh?
It's done. Initiate numerological array. Continue running primary process. Calculate the world's fate through extrapolation. And identify nodes of potential change. Secondary process, scan for moons.
Oh.
Still 4. The number of moon marrows hasn't changed. Wait, let me think. Is it possible that there's something I've been misunderstanding about the moons all along?
Could be.
Variables. Variables in the world. I know where potential variables within the world come from. So what about the moons? Are there any variables there?
Mochi, welcome in. How are you doing? Dragonspine Mondstadt, the Chasm Underground Mines Liyue, Tsurumi Island Inazuma. There's one in Tsurumi? Okay, the Orchard of Paradisa, Desert of Hadramaveth. Oh, wait. Is the Orchard the place where time is frozen? Night Kingdom, Natlin. There's a Celestial Nail in the Night Kingdom? And then Hyperborea likely in Snezhnaya. Interesting. Okay. I wonder what those sources are. It must be from, like, lore books.
Like their life or death, for instance. What if being alive or dead makes no difference to a moon? But that's so strange. Even immortal gods can die. Why would the moons alone be? Wait! Wait!
Oh?
I've got it! I've got it! If alive or dead is considered a variable, we might have had this wrong the whole time. No one ever said that a moon marrow equals a living moon. We just made that assumption ourselves.
Yeah, I thought... Did I not mention that? I'm pretty sure I mentioned that before.
Initiate secondary process. Scan again. This time filtering out interfering perimeter. Moon marrow. I don't care if they're natural or artificial. Get them out of my search results!
Us when we're trying to refine results on Google. Okay, I see, Jua. Interesting. I don't know how I missed that. Interesting. Granted, we haven't been there very often, so... Alright, cool.
Why? It says 3 moons still exist in Teyvat, even after excluding the moon marrows. But we know for a fact that 2 of them are dead. Redo the scan. Narrow the results to living moons and real moons. No, scrap that. Narrow it down to moons that have lunar authority and remain alive. Why? Why is it still 3? What is this, Columbina? Has the world lied to us? Or are you the one pulling the wool over our eyes?
Wasn't Tsurumi the Thunderbird loop with Kid dying for ritual and area repeating? Was that because of the Celestial Nail? I remember that quest. I just don't remember too much about, like, the lore behind why it was doing that. The Orchard of Paradisa is the Eternal Oasis. Okay, perfect. Good to know. Oh.
So, you think that the moon's reflection might be where Nibelung imprisoned the 3 moon sisters?
Yes, it would explain a lot, such as why that space would respond to a moon goddess's power, opening the moon gate at her command.
Hey, Nicole, quick question. Why are you using the Dodo communication device when you could probably just project your voice into our heads? I'm pretty sure that's not... You don't have to be near us to do that. Also, the fact that, like, the Dodo communication device doesn't have that, like, static, because it's just Nicole projecting her voice, I don't know why this little, you know, subterfuge needs to happen, but okay. It's impossible for 3 moons to still be alive, but every calculation says it does, which means that it is not impossible for 3 moons to still be alive. When you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however unlikely, must be the truth. Sherlock Holmes. Or Spock, depending on where you hear it. Maybe Nicole just wants to feel included? Okay, fair enough. True. She does want to be part of the group. Even though she's part of the group, she still wants to be. From what you remember, it was Foggy Isle. Every time Rue dies, the event would loop back to Rue being alive, so our interference with the events eventually broke the loop for the boatmen that eventually revealed they lived through the events. I really need to go back and watch a recap of that story quest. That was so long ago. Nicole just wanted to use the search protector for her voiceless Dota communicator.
It would also explain why Miss Columbina has been unable to leave, and why time flows in reverse there.
But how can this be? The two moons are supposed to be dead according to history, and that's what we're going to find out. We're going to find out why it is. We're going to find out why the search results defy what our current understanding is. Not necessarily what the logic I mean, I guess it was the logic dictates, but it's technically what our current understanding is. Something with our current understanding is flawed. So we're about to find out, or I hope we're about to find out.
In the messages she sent, Columbina promised us she'd find a way to return. But we have no way of knowing how, when, or where this might happen.
The fact that she still has yet to reappear in this world indicates that returning from that place is no easy feat. We cannot afford to simply wait for her.
So you're saying, if she could return by her own power alone, she would have done so long ago?
Yes, she certainly wouldn't leave it to this late stage when it's so touch and go.
Mm-hmm.
I've been giving this some thought, and I've come to believe that Luana's harm might be an anchor that she left behind, as a sort of future waypoint.
Luanatar is so cute. It's such a cute design for a Kuhenki.
This could also explain why Luanatar is always by the traveler's side.
Sounds like a plausible theory. If that's the case, there must be some criteria we need to fulfill to allow Columbina to return to the present. The question is, what could they be?
Are we getting another call?
Hello? Listen up. This is extremely important.
I guess there's no... I thought there was a static sound, or like a filter over the voice lines when they're spoken from the Dota communication device. Maybe there's not, or maybe they just forgot to do it that time. For Sandrone specifically. I can probably read those here. Yeah, there it is.
But she may well exist in a form unimaginable to us.
See, yeah, there's that filter. Anyways, Sandrone frantically relays her great discovery. Next, Nefer and Nicole present their hypothesis. As this impossible mystery finally starts to unravel, everyone starts to remember what joy feels like. You dug a little more into Tsurumi Island? Think they just didn't do it because the camera cut to Sandrone? That's fair. I still feel like they should have done it for consistency, but yeah, no, that probably makes sense. Or it could have just been like not an animation error, but just like an editing error or whatever.
I'm still unclear on the details, but she's done something truly inconceivable in the past. And the clue to what she's done lies in the moon and Tevat's sky.
Truly amazing. Oh, I'm so delighted for her.
I'm sure we all feel the same. And I'm sure Columbina is ready to get back here and fight by our side.
So apparently it used to have two different ancient civilizations, one buried underground, and then the one we're all familiar with, the Thunderbird civilization. The underground one turned out to be Conrian. I think I vaguely remember the underground aspect. I don't know if I remember too much about Conrian. See, if they're on camera, no static. No, I know that, but like, it showed the Dota communicator first when she spoke, so it should have had the filter there, even though it cut to her. But I don't know. It's neither here nor there, it's just something I noticed. But that being the case, I guess the Nicole thing was more intentional. It still could have been a mistake, but it just seemed really weird that it wasn't filtered.
I'll keep my calculations going and try to find some way of coordinating with her. But that's not an excuse for everyone else to slack off, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you had better keep trying to think of solutions.
Camera, nice, Jua.
How can the dead moon still live? And Luanatar...
Oh, well, that was cool.
It's hard to believe that's what will happen in the distant future.
Our authority is linked to the most fundamental rules of Tevat. I suppose it's no wonder that many would covet that power.
I didn't realize that when you said friends, you meant people who live down in Tibet. That's so lovely. I always wanted to go down there and have some fun.
Have you ever tried leaving this prison?
Of course. Between us, we've tried everything. But no matter where we go, this space will eventually bring us back here.
It's like the center of a whirlpool. Everything ultimately converges here, at the moment when Nibelung imprisoned us.
You know, that makes sense. They try to progress forward in time, and then they just get pulled back to, I guess what we call Event Zero?
In that case, have you tried using any of those pathways that connect this space to the real world?
And this is where they look at us like, what do you mean pathways?
Sorry?
Yeah!
What are those?
Yep.
They're passages through which you can make small-scale changes to reality by using Kuvaki. Or am I the only one who can use those passages? Because part of my soul remains in reality.
Kuvaki.
Oh.
What is that?
You don't know? It's a unique kind of elemental energy found only in Nodcry, the land from which the moons arose.
Oh. Well, it's true that the moons first rose up from the part of Tibet you say is called Nodcry. But there is no difference in the elemental energy between there and anywhere else.
Is that implying that it's all the same energy?
What? Could you show us some of this Kuvaki? Hyposelenia? Maybe if we see it, it'll make more sense.
It's because in the Conria stuff is due to murals you can find in the ruins. Yes, okay, that's why it seemed familiar then, because I remember the murals along with the Sentinels, and that a Celestial was dropped onto the place, but we can't find evidence. However, Kama the boat guy figures the nail was manipulating the ley lines. Okay, I don't know if I ever got to the other part, if it was like a side world quest or something, because I don't know if that conversation sounds familiar, but okay. It's kind of coming back a little bit. Gosh, there is so much lore. This game is 5 years old. There's so much lore packed in here, and my brain's already not big enough to hold all of it.
Okay.
Isn't that just your power?
What? But it's everywhere in Nodcry. In the air, in the land. Even the creatures who live there have adapted to its influence.
How curious. This Kuvaki certainly did not exist anywhere in the world before we were imprisoned.
Oh, is that what the change is? So Kuvaki wasn't there when the three moon goddesses were there, or when they were imprisoned. But if the change is that it's there now, does she, like, create Kuvaki or implant it in Nodcry or something? Considering Tsurumi Island was back in version 1.6. Was that 1.6? My goodness. I thought it was... Wait, no, hang on. Tsurumi Island had to have been 2.6 maybe, or 2 point something. Because it came out during Inazuma, or after Inazuma, which was 2.0, right? Or am I mistaken on that? Because it wasn't a canon event until now. Mochi. Yes.
Let alone influence living creatures. So, how exactly does it affect them anyway? Can they float in the air like us?
This is so strange. Why would their reality differ so much from mine?
1.6 is impossible. Maybe it was 2.6. 2.x, not 1.6. Maybe it was just 2. Maybe it was a typo.
Columbina, you're looking for more than just a way out of here, aren't you?
I mean, she probably would like to defeat the Doctor. Find a way to do that. That'd be great.
Yes. If I am to help my friends,
Yep.
I will need tri-lunar authority on par with that of our foe.
Oh.
You mean you'll need our power?
This sounds extremely risky. The three moons' powers are not mutually compatible. Concentrating them into one goddess will be a very painful process. And if anything goes wrong, it could tear you to pieces.
Why aren't they mutually compatible?
I know, but I'm willing to take that risk.
Even so, let's say we successfully transfer our authority to you. How will you take it outside this prison?
Well, that's the next part of the question. Fuck didn't exist in the past. That would mean it would predate the fall of the moon, post-date. Wait, Kuvaki didn't exist in the past. It would... Yeah, Ju was right, post-date. 2.2, okay. It was 1.6 because that's when we first got introduced to Kazuha and Yoimiya. And when Jean and Barbara got their summer stuff. I'm confused now. It was 1.6 because that's when we first get introduced to Kazuha and Yoimiya. Was it? Oh, Golden Apple Archipelago. I didn't know Yoimiya came out in that before Inazumo was released. And I guess Kazuha for that matter too. Interesting, interesting. Wait, Yoimiya was 2.0? Was she not in 1.6 summer event?
Niblin constructed this realm specifically to prevent us from using our powers to interfere in his war.
Kazuha was 1.6, interesting. But yeah, so I guess either way, Tsurumi couldn't have been, right?
No moon goddess can leave this place alive.
Ooh.
What if I don't leave alive?
I don't like the way she said that. I don't like that phrasing.
Where do we even start? How are we supposed to figure out what we're meant to do to help Columbina?
Realized I wasn't clear for some. Oh no. It's okay. Look at Luonatar.
Columbina? What do you need from us?
If she really got to the beginning of time in there, how do you think she'd leave us a message? You don't think she'd write it down on a stone tablet somewhere in the hopes that we'd find it, do you?
Probably not.
Seems unlikely. Columbina may not talk a lot, but she thinks deeply about issues like this.
She does. She's very... Actually, she thinks about these things a lot.
Let's review what we know. This is the Columbina who fought alongside us against the Reikir of Solnari, and with whom we celebrated Moon Prayer Night. She knows our personalities, our ways of doing things, even our unique strengths and abilities. So, if she wanted to tell us something from a long, long time ago, what would she do?
Would she create a national holiday called Moon Prayer Night?
Oh.
Oh? Okay, well, everyone else figured the answer out and I didn't.
Traveler, you once said that those golden ripples also appeared when Luonatar was born. What if Columbina left Luonatar here, not just as an anchor to the real world, but for some other purpose? If she is part of Columbina, and Columbina knows that I can see past events through her...
Oh!
Oh yeah! Like when you peeked into Rarer's past through his heart!
Oh my gosh.
Nefer, wait! If you're right about this, and you can really see past events through Luonatar, your eyes, they'll...
Oh, I know. Looking at Rerir's past in Conria was already enough of a strain on my eyes. Looking this far back into the past, it'll surely blind me.
No. No.
But it's our only chance. This is the only way.
Boss.
We spoke about this once, a long time ago. Do you remember what I said, Yehoda? The day I lose my sight, the Curatorium of Secrets will be yours to run.
But...
What's wrong? I'd be overjoyed if I were you. This day's come a lot earlier than either of us expected.
I don't like this. This is pain. This hurts. In that case, YouTube lied to you. YouTube does that. It does that a lot. We'll build a bridge directly back to the present.
I need to know you'll honor our agreement, Yehoda. Promise me.
Yes, Boss Neff. I promise.
Are you sure you don't want some time to think this through?
What is there to think through? I should have gone blind after our battle with Rerir. Frankly, it's almost criminal that I got away with it for this long.
Then at least let me take some precautions on your behalf. And if you really do lose your sight, I'll visit your office every day and make sure you're well looked after.
Oh, please, anything but that. I was actually ready to go through with this. Are you trying to scare me into backing out?
Okay.
As if I could ever scare you. I'll assume you're just joking to calm your nerves.
Yeah. She knew one day that her sight would be lost. That's a true boss right there. Yeah. She is very pragmatic.
All right, enough chit-chat. Let's do this.
We find a way out of it, or we find a way to keep her sight. I will accept nothing less. She must be a C2 llama, if she can heal.
All done.
All these people are like, I should have suffered a while ago, might as well suffer now. That seems to be the recurring theme here. First Rerir, then Wanderer, now Nefer. Nefer would have got free healthcare checks from Lauma. I wonder if there's free healthcare in Notcry. Well, Nefer and Lauma just kiss already. But chose to back out. Notcry is legit the best boss in Genshin. Notcry is legit the best boss. Notcry?
Good. Now give me some space.
Okay, now how does this work with a living thing as your, whatever, the material you used to see into the past?
Come on then, little one. Show me what happened in the past.
Never, okay, I was like, is Alar getting something that I'm not getting right now? No, okay, yeah, Nefer, best boss in Genshin. I'm trying to think if there's any other contenders. I can't think of any right now. Hu Tao is Zhongli's boss. Oh, we all just get to see the secret.
Between the Trilunar Authority, Kuvaki, and the soul-surviving moon, the Frost Moon, I think I might know how to get back. But I will need my sister's help.
Land shakes in thank you, Alar, for noticing me. Not cry. Kokomi. Oh, that's true. Kokomi is technically Goro's boss. She's a pretty good boss too. I'd say Hu Tao's a pretty good boss in other ways. She's not like... She's a really selfless boss and probably very fun to hang out with. Also C1. Oh, it's C1 Llama, not C2, my bad. The Kamishiro siblings. Wait. Kamisato. Wait, I was like Kamishiro. The Kamisato siblings for Toma. Yeah, that's true. You're right. They're also pretty good bosses. You know what? They feel like less like bosses and more like friends. At least Nefer doesn't really conflate boss and friend with Yehoda. I'm sure on some level there's like a friendly, thing between them, but she's first and foremost her boss. So I'd say that yes, Ayaka and Ayato are good bosses, but they consider themselves more Toma's friend, and I think that sort of supersedes any level of authority they have over him.
Time to go talk it over with them.
One letter, it's okay, Mochi. Farina is kind of a boss for a bunch of actors now. Oh, that's true. As far as being a boss, I think Nefer might have Farina beat out over that. Just because she seems a little more professionally put together, I guess. Nivelet for the Fontaine government? Okay, valid. I think that's probably the biggest contender for Nefer. He's the boss of not just, like, more important things, but a lot more things. The worst story. True. Jean for the Knights acting boss and Svarka is the real boss. Also valid. She's a good boss. This is what we get for playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth for too long. Wait. We get to talk to... Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, we can't take pictures in here. So sad. Oh, I can't zoom in that much. Does her train have a hitbox? It does, doesn't it? Interesting. Why can I not zoom in too much? This is criminal that I can't zoom in, like, before she starts disappearing. Right there. That's just criminal. That's so sad. Okay, well, anyways. Hi, Sonnet.
Have you decided what to do? I hope it's not too dangerous. You really scared me when you said that thing about not leaving here alive.
Yeah, that concerned me too, not gonna lie. To be fair, remember correctly, anything Toma would do if negatively would reflect on the Kamisato name. Yeah, he basically acts in a capacity of authority for them, so he has to be careful of what he does. Otherwise, it's basically as if it came from Ayato and Ayaka, and if it's not good, that reflects poorly on all of them. Or positively, yeah, true.
Come on, let's go find the other two.
Wait, why did they disperse? Just for us to go say, let's go find the other two. And we didn't even give her our answer. Favorite NPC has changed this update? Is it, would it happen to be a certain pink-haired moon goddess? Also, Rare had a lot of growth, and I'm super proud of him. Also good to see Thalindis again. Oh, do we just talk to them again? Alright, I'm gonna talk to Arya next. This is Arya, right? Yeah.
It seems you have reached a decision.
We'll talk to, Canon last, because I think that makes the most sense.
I'm all ears. What do you propose?
And also doesn't wait for us. She walks so gracefully. It's a little slow though. Can we let's go, please. It is? Yep, nice. It was something that stuck when we first met Toma, and he mentions that in Rito. Oh yeah, that's right. Literally can't talk to Canon except at last. Oh really? I didn't know that. Well, cool.
Have you figured it out, Columbina? Tell us, how do you plan to leave this place?
I intend to die here, in this moment, and then be reborn in the future with the help of my friends.
Oh. Now how are we gonna do that?
What are you saying? How can the dead be reborn?
Rare, Osial, Canon even, to an extent, I think.
And how will you inform these future friends of your plans? You can't exactly leave oracles. Nothing can escape this place. Not a single ray of moonlight. And even if you found a way, What if they never find the message you left for them? You'll...
No, that won't happen.
Come again?
They will find my message. I'm sure of it.
I'm not following. How exactly will you achieve this?
Nola out here kindly and patiently waiting for the others to walk up while just ran away from to speed it up.
It's quite simple, really. First, I will leave my soul here.
Oh.
I see it.
Your soul? You mean you're a divinity?
Yes. I once left a portion of my soul in the future. One so small that this prison barely noticed anything. In this very moment, she can resonate with my soul across time. When the time comes, I believe that she can serve as an anchor to pull my soul from here back to the future reality.
Just as gravity connects the world to the moon.
Exactly. In the future, where I came from, the moon has been cast beyond the false sky, but I can still feel that it is there. In a similar way, I can feel a connection to the soul fragment I left behind even now. My friends can use it to detect my presence.
She's so smart. Legitimately. By the time they'll regroup, it'll be 60 years old, still playing Genshin patch 60.5, waiting for Toma's descendant as beyond the 50th. Hey Nefer, why did you randomly interrupt just to say I see it? Yeah, I was wondering that too.
But
I guess to let us...
how do you just leave your soul here? Is that even possible?
Maybe just to remind us as the viewers that she's seeing all of this. Which I thought was kind of implied, but maybe people just forgot? I don't know.
On my way here, I met an ordinary mortal who entered this place long before I did. Her body is long gone, but her soul remains. And before that, I encountered an old enemy whose entire soul survives here intact, while the power that once corrupted his body has faded away.
So, perhaps this space is specifically designed to imprison divinity and authority, but not the physical body.
Okay, interesting.
Still, even if your body can escape, would it not just be a lifeless husk without the soul inside? Wait, is that what you meant when you said you wouldn't leave alive?
Yes, I shall turn my body into moonlight and pour it over Nodcry.
She becomes the Kuvaki?
That power shall protect the land and quietly blend into it, awaiting my soul's return in the future.
Wait, but if she does that, if she's going to be reborn, if her soul gets pulled out of this space through time back into Nodcry, and she needs a body, her current body being Kuvaki, will it not just pull all the Kuvaki out of Nodcry to form her body, a new body, or her old, reconstitute her old body? Cryo, congrats on the 10-watch streak. Thank you so much. So, will she not just be getting rid of Kuvaki out of Nodcry?
However, I cannot do this on my strength alone.
Thank you, Jua. Thank you, Jua.
I would need your help to do this, so I'm humbly asking for your assistance.
Didn't last time someone do that? They became an amnesiac? I mean... perhaps. Though, to be fair, he was doing it through Irminsul. If we're talking about Wanderer, he was trying to erase the records from Irminsul. This is a very different way to go about it. Actually, how many amnesiacs are there in this game? End up getting Columbina? No, we haven't done our Columbina pulls yet. We're waiting until the end of Act 8 to do the Columbina pulls.
Oh, dear sister. You need not be so formal.
But I'm confident we'll
As I
get
said
her.
Before, we are but remnants of a bygone age. You, on the other hand, were born alone in that distant future and you have walked a long and lonesome road since then. How could I bear to let your story end here in this dungeon? Don't forget, we are your sisters, your family.
Oh.
Arya's right. Actually, I've always wanted a little sister. Can you imagine how it's been for me? Getting nagged by 2 older sisters all the time.
She wants to do the nagging. By that logic, by technicality, Tevat would accept her, meaning she would no longer be forced to go to the moon. By which logic? In other cases, if you were reborn into your past self, some cases the same person would be a shell of their former selves, trying to register things that haven't happened yet. Maybe. I think, Mochi, your brain is just too big for me right now. I think my brain is just not... It's focusing on how this is all working out. I don't have the neurons for much right now.
Now, I finally get to be the big sis. And not just that, but I get to help you return to your world, too. How could I say no to that?
Apologies. No, don't apologize. I'm glad that people are able to think these things out. Maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I'm just tired. I don't know. Technicality doesn't work. The reason Tevat doesn't accept her is because her moon is beyond the false sky. I still don't know what the technicality is. I missed the first part of that, I think.
Canon?
I'm sorry. I know this is a bold request. The Frost Moon is rightfully yours, and it remains intact.
Oh, no, please, don't misunderstand me, Columbina. I was just thinking back on the years that the 3 of us once spent together. You cannot imagine how happy I am to hear of the future world you describe. The Frost Moon Scions, your lovely, kindly friends. For the 3 of us, whose purpose in life was to maintain the peace in Tevat, it is a great relief to know that the people of this world live in such an abundant future. If your plan can save them, and save not cry, I will gladly give you all that I can. Besides, the 3 of us have been together since the day we were born. I could never abandon them to live on alone without them.
Oh.
Canon.
Still, I do have one question I would like to ask you before we proceed.
Certainly. What is it?
Why do you cover your eyes?
Oh. See, I feel like this is the question that everyone has asked outside. Like, every player of this game has asked that question, and not a single person has addressed it in-game. One person has mentioned that she's blind, and she confirmed it. Or maybe 2 people confirmed that, or asked that she's blind, or mentioned that she's blind. But no one's ever talked about this point, and I've always wondered why.
Yeah, I was curious about that too. But it seemed personal, so I didn't want to intrude.
I appreciate you, Sonnet. So much.
There was a time when I refused to look upon the world. I believed it was full of nothing but lies and falsehoods.
She's not blind. That was not confirmed ever. That was confirmed when she spoke with Varka. I think it was Varka. Someone had said, you can't see. And she said that's correct or something like that. I'm like maybe 88% certain of this. Maybe closer like 70%.
I wished to hide my feelings, seal my heart, until I could return to my true home.
I see. Perhaps that decision saved you from ever having to see the false sky again. But at the same time, you likely missed out on many true and precious things, like the smiles on your friends' faces.
can't see where the ocean water go. She can't see because her eyes are closed and she's wearing a mask. But I'm pretty sure someone, again, I think it was Varka. I think she was talking with Varka about it. And to be fair, I guess confirm, there's a technicality, or there's a difference in technicality between confirmed and what she says is true. Because just because she's saying it doesn't, she could be lying. I'm not saying she is, but like, a character says something, you can't say, oh, so it's confirmed. No, they're just saying something. They could outright be just, it could just be a bald-faced lie. But no, I thought she was talking with Varka, and he mentioned that she doesn't have an ability to see, and she affirmed it. I don't remember where or when, I don't remember the context, just when it happened, I was like, okay, so that answers that question, and then I moved on.
Promise me this, Columbina. When you return to the future, open your eyes, take a look at the world around you, and see your friends. I'm sure that you know this already, given that you long to return. But that is your true home.
And there's our canonical reason for why she can open her eyes during her like burst and stuff. You remember when this happened? Because Varka and Colleen didn't talk to each other that much. I think it was before Moon Prayer or during Moon Prayer Night. It was, I think, in that portion of the Archon quest. But I can't say with 100% certainty or even 80% certainty.
Give me your hand, Columbina. Arya, Sonnet, you too.
Okay.
All right.
We once were the song sung for eternity, but now it is you who must continue to sing.
And sing she shall.
We once were the tides in the great river of time, but now we subside, and you arise.
We were the messengers of madness and inspiration, but now the lies have faded, and your truth must endure.
We are souls awaiting the sun. You must return to be with those who smile when they see your face.
Oh.
Is it done?
Yes. We have transferred the authority over all 3 moons to Columbina Hyposelenia. From this moment on, she is the Tri-Lune Goddess, the one and only moon goddess of this world.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, my sisters.
Now go, and do what you believe is right, Columbina Hyposelenia.
Be aware that we cannot grant you the power of the 3 moons beyond these prison walls. The conflict that arose over their remains following our disappearance will still take place.
I understand.
What does that mean, though? For them to say, we cannot grant you the power of the 3 moons beyond these prison walls. Does that mean that once she leaves, she will no longer have the power of the 3 moons? She can't psychically see, but she doesn't have... Wait, psychically or physically see? Alar. Vorka barely talked to Columbina during Moon Prayer, and none of it was about her sight, and Columbina was invisible before Moon Prayer night. Only we could see this making sense if it was someone other than Varka. It could have been someone other than Varka. I just, for some reason, felt like it could have been, but I really honestly don't know. Second one, okay. But if you say that someone can't physically see, by definition, that means they're blind. Because how can you, if you can't physically see, how could you say you're not blind? You know? That means the calculations of 3 moons would be correct because she is connected to all 3. Oh! Oh, that's a good point. Oh, well spotted, Arsenal. After we're done killing Dotori, we're looking forward to getting Riri out of this realm. True! I mean, we just use the Trilunar Authority. I know it doesn't work this way necessarily, but we just use the Trilunar Authority and just rip a hole and just pull him out. If your eyes closed, cannot physically see. It's misleading language. Okay, that's fair. You know, that's fair. Maybe they used, and I hate that that's the case. If that was the specific phrasing, I hate that it got me, because I'm usually one to catch specific literal loopholes like that. But oh well, if that's the case, then okay, that makes sense. Want to see Riri's Redemption since 6.0, and we got it, and I'm so happy.
Sisters, oh, my body, it feels...
Now that we have given up our power and authority, our bodies are merely mortal shells. This prison is dissolving them as we speak.
No, wait, no, I just remembered that.
It's okay, Sonnet. The end must come for every god, just as it does for every human. That's all this is. The final destination of our lives. Canon and I will be by your side the whole way.
Oh.
We have one final request, Columbina. Could you use the 3 moons' power to send us back into the real world? Now that we have lost our powers, I doubt this space will seek to hold us further. It's just... we would like to spend our final moments together in the only place we ever called home.
Of course. Gladly.
How long will they survive outside?
Sonnet. Yes. Don't... I wish I could tell her not to give in to the abyss. Not to be afraid. But is this really what I should say at this moment? Don't forget. I'm so glad to have a big sister like you.
No, Hypo. Thank you.
So is that just like why she stopped, why she cut it short before in the Archon quest? It's just like it's a nickname for her?
I'm okay. I'm not afraid. As long as my sisters are with me, I won't be afraid.
It looks like this is goodbye, sisters.
Goodbye, Columbina.
Take care of this world in our stead.
I will. And now, it's time for me to bid farewell to my body, too.
Well, here we go. Marinette's gonna be super pissed when she realizes that she is connected to all 3 moons. I think she'll be in hysterics. I don't know about pissed, but she'll definitely be hysterical about it. Whether it's good or bad is yet to find out. As that's what you meant? Okay, gotcha, Alar. Yeah, no, if it really was just like a literal loophole, that makes me upset, because I normally catch those, but well played if that's the case. If it sentenced 3 friendly strangers to death in order to save a nation, would you do it? The poll? I see. If you had to sentence 3 friendly strangers to death in order to save a nation, would you do it? This is a trolley problem, and I refuse to answer it. Really need to take a break from TGM4. Getting Grandmaster is stressful. It sounds stressful. It sounds very vindicating. Not vindicating. It sounds very, what's the word? Like, achieving a big accomplishment, but at the same time, all the stress that comes with that, I can totally get.
May it become the moonlight that keeps Nodcry company through the long years ahead. So this is why Nodcry was not always home to Kuvaki.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It only appeared after I poured my body out upon this land, and only this land. Kuvaki responds to me because it is me, my body, answering the call of my soul. And the golden energy I've encountered on my way here was, in fact, that very soul.
Oh.
Which I am about to leave here to guide me.
Yep, that's Bootstrap Paradox at its finest right there.
O power Triloon, eternal moonlight. I, Columbina Hyposelenia, lay aside my body. Let it be cast into the dark night to illuminate the future. May it be a companion to all who dwell beneath the moon. Until the time comes for me to return home.
Sleep, sleep now, my dear little dove. May flowers and lovely dreams bloom by your window. O little dove, child of the moon. Though dust may stain your fair white feathers, though you lie down not in a warm embrace, may the moon be with you in your slumber.
That was crazy! Were we even allowed to see that? Is anyone?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, she did it in front of everyone. Like, we saw her secret technique.
Can you still see? How many fingers am I holding up?
I see 2 fingers, and a look of sheer terror on your face.
Truly astounding, Miss Nefer. Your eyes have glimpsed the very ends of the world, and yet they remain as sharp as ever.
I hope it's not just a for the moment type thing, and then it all, like, crashes down later. Please tell me she just escapes unscathed.
Or is the credit for this miracle due to Miss Lauma? It seems that even time itself is no match for your medical skills.
Okay, he's just gonna compliment everyone at this point. Which means the energy of the nation is calling her home. And thus, Columbina died so that she may live again to save everyone. Jesus much. Sorry, how'd that the last line when you realized?
Surely you jest, Mr. Flins. I suspect we have Columbina to thank. She must have realized the immense toll that the ritual would take and purposely set aside some of her power in the past to protect Nefer's eyes when this moment arrived.
See, she's smart, she thinks of everything, she's considerate. Columbina's the MVP. MVP for sure.
There is always a great price to pay for witnessing the truth, but it seems that this time, Columbina has shouldered that burden on our behalf.
MVP, like I said. MVP.
She chose the perfect method of getting a message to us. Though her eyes were always shut, she was clearly so perceptive. She knows us well. She knew exactly how we would think and what we would try.
Meanwhile, slowly working on Flint's talents. Nice. Man's hungry for the one boss do not like beating up weekly. Durin's once being second following it. Which, wait, Flint's is which one? Is it the Notlin boss? I forget.
Despite being
it is.
separated by time and space, we're seeing the same possibilities and seizing the same opportunities.
We still don't even know if she's okay right now. But as long as there's a chance we can do something, we'll fight to make it happen.
The chess set. Oh, okay. I actually don't mind that one. I just take Skirk team in and beat them up. I don't like doing the Notlin one. I did clear it pretty quickly last time I tried, but I still don't like fighting it.
We'll get you back somehow, Columbina.
Well, based on the information we now have, let's figure out our next moves.
Hey, before that though, Marionette, Sandrone, Madam, real quick question. Did you reinstall Wanderer's core? Or are you still using it? Because if you're done with your calculations, please give that back to him.
Thanks to these gentlemen, we have a much clearer picture of the situation with Dottore. The civilian population has been moved to safety, so we no longer need to hold back.
Cool, they're about to remove Nodcry from the face of Tevat.
Miss Androne, how are the calculations going?
So far, so good. I'll keep seeing how far I can push the system, though. Can't have Hatman being powered down for nothing.
Hat guy.
There's still a long road ahead.
Hatman.
Where should we begin?
Out of the playables, you like that need it? Oh, for Flint and Aoife, yeah. Just here beating up anyone and everyone looking for weekly boss converting materials, Dream Solvent. Good for you with your fancy Skirk squad. Hey, it's my one thing that I got going for me right now, aside from my Noel team. I've recently discovered that my Hu Tao team is underleveled and underpowered. My Wanderer team is fine, I guess. My Hyper Bloom Archon team, I replaced Nahida with Yao Yao, and it's doing fine, but it's still not hitting like really good Hyper Bloom numbers. I can at least be a little proud of my somewhat built Skirk team. Let me have this. Still using it. Wait, still. Oh, right, the core. Imagine Heavenly Principles waking up to see that their little prison is technically empty. That'd be fun. Well, no, it's not the Heavenly Principles prison. It was Nibelung's. Ruru is still there, and technically Tholindus. They're just down a prisoner. They're down a prisoner or 4. Yup. Don't have a free team you'd like unless probably finish Nivela and add him to a weird Ryo squad. You should do it, Mochi. Absolutely do it. Get that weird freeze team. Everyone exchanges looks, then starts discussing a plan of attack. Oh, I have to click through this. The battle ahead is filled with unknowns. No one can say how strong Dottoro's grasp of the 3 moon's power is. But you are not about to admit defeat. Everyone is united and knows that no single person can accomplish the task ahead alone. Your only chance of victory relies on everyone working together, and just maybe, as a team, you can reach the moon and bring your long-lost friend safely back home.
Our plan is clear. Time is short, so let's get moving.
There's just never enough time, is there? Time is the bane of my existence. Ugh. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work.
Hey, maybe you could talk to the doctor about that. He seems to have time under his thumb at the moment. If you want to be part of your Skirk team, then you'll take it where you say and fight for your life. You know what? Sure, Jua. We'll do that. Not today, but we'll do that. After this cutscene is probably going to be the best time to stop for the day. Yeah, I was going to say, we're getting close on time. And this is a long cutscene. This has been a long cutscene.
Yeah.
Alright, oh, and it's still going.
Albedo's theory says that elemental energy can dilute the light realm's power. But I'm no expert in building elemental defenses. Sounds like something out of the advanced elemental theory section of the library. Whew.
You seem quite troubled.
Well, yeah. I mean, who doesn't get a little flustered when they're completely out of their depth?
You were the very picture of confidence back when you approached the Hexen Circle.
Was he?
Yeah, I could have been faking it through that whole meeting for all you know. Who's to say I'm not just a ball of nerves in a charming and gregarious package?
Oh gosh, really? I'm so sorry, I had no idea. Well, you're all the braver for it.
She's adorable.
Still, I was much more in my comfort zone than I am here. At least in Mondstadt, you can cry for help from a cliff top and actually stand a chance of summoning Barbados himself.
You know what? True. Or Noelle. You know, one of the two will show up. Now the real question arises, how are we going to guide her home? All I can say for that is smile.
Things have never looked bleaker than they do now. If we don't pull this off, Tevet's doomed, isn't it?
See, with this background music, I wouldn't have thought that. Things feel pretty calm right now.
Oh, you think so? Actually, yes. Yes, it probably is.
It's a shame.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Tevat has faced annihilation many times in the past, but it also gave us you, didn't it?
Okay, true.
Hey, don't give me that. It's not like I'm anyone special.
I disagree. Every human born in this world is special. We angels have always believed that.
In that case, this humble human being has a big favor to ask of you.
I thought you might say that.
I'm sure Alice, in her great wisdom, sent you here precisely to help us in this difficult time, yes?
Well, that has less to do with her wisdom and more to do with my power.
Of course, of course. Well, the thing is, these elemental defenses we're about to build, I don't think it's a question of if they'll fail, but when. Durin's findings from his patrols make it clear that Dottori is constantly expanding his territory. First it was his lab, then the design bureau, and now this. It's not realistic to completely stop him encroaching on the rest of Nagrai. Rather, our goal should be to stall him for as long as possible. If Miss Sandroni's calculations are correct, well, they're the closest thing to certainty we have in this situation, so let's assume they are. Anyway, her calculations suggest that our best hope for victory lies in Miss Columbina's return. It's up to us to slow Dottori's advance and buy time for her to make a return.
Oh, that's, just that simple, right?
Are you asking me to help you with building the defenses?
No. I'd like you to prepare for what comes next.
Fontaine's a lot closer than I remembered. That is Fontaine in the back, right?
When he eventually reaches us, we will have to fight him. You were an angel once and a mage now. I'm asking you to lend us your protection.
Oh. Can I take it that you're triggering the terms you fought for during our three-way talks?
Well, technically those terms were about protecting Mondstadt. But if you're happy to agree to the change in location, then yes, let's do that.
You're cashing in on this much sooner than I'd imagined.
Wait, really? Is this something we were told about before?
Well, yeah. The way things are going, I might not get another chance.
Very well. The mages have
Valid.
heard the knight's plea, and we will respond. To tell the truth, Alice and I had already discussed how we might help you all, so I didn't come empty-handed. I always like to be prepared.
Nicole shares her plan with Varka, who is very pleasantly surprised.
This is... wow. Yeah. This is great. Seriously, thank you.
Cool, I'm glad we were let in on the secret. Thanks.
It's been many long years since I had a chance to dazzle humanity with a little divine intervention.
to humbly serve as a reliable and responsible guide. Anyway, Knight of Boreas, please accept this gift in recognition of your great virtue.
Gives him C7.
Go now. May the angel's
Ooh.
blessing deliver you safely to your destination.
Okay, cool. So that was Descending Moon. I like the sound of that. Okay. Talk to Marionette. Or, wait. Wait a second. It's never rained here. Is it raining here because of the Archon quest? It's never rained in Nasha Town before this. Okay, yes. Special story mode, that's why. Cool, there we go. Why is my ping still red? Yeah, why is the ping 800? My goodness. Alright. Probably. Perhaps. Okay, cool. Do I need to... Okay, that's World Quests. Or this one's the event, I think, right? Alright. I'm gonna try to get to this one this week. We will see if I can. I will try to make time for this on stream. Nothing else here, right? And then polls. Hopefully we get to the polls
Leave it to me.
by next stream. End of next
Whatever it
stream.
is. What
It's
exactly
not an issue for the rainbow.
I didn't quite catch your request.
Mochi, I'm glad you're in my community. Can I just say? I'm glad there are people who appreciate puns. Alright, but that will do it for today. Where's my... Alrighty. Oh, I got another achievement. Oh, I was supposed to read the thing as, Seat Lolly, huh? We're gonna skip that because I don't think I can do a good Seat Lolly impression anyways. Okay, we got the primos for that. Alright. Let us find someone to raid. Next time on Genshin Impact, time is up. Make your move or forever let Tevat fall. Great, perfect. Definitely not, that's not ominous at all. Ooh, Stellar Moments Volume 6 came out. Oh, the art looks so cute. It's Ether and Lumine, like, their foreheads touching. Oh, that's so cute. Wait, where's my... Can I do my toggles from here? I should be able to, right? I can. Oh my gosh, the art is so cute. Okay, but anyways, we have some time for the reading if you want to. It's less the time and more just... I don't want to, because I don't think I can do it justice. You know what? I don't care. That's not stopped me in the past before. You're right. You're right. Stop the music. Stop the music. Stop the music. We're going back into the game real quick. Just for a moment. Just for a moment. Alright. It's not even that long. I know it's not that long. It's just like... My impression... I need to hear Seat Lolly's voice again to see. I need to get a good basis for the impression. Goes over...
I am Seat Lolly, from the Masters of the Nightwind. I have read the stars and seen the future through the obscuring smoke.
Okay, she has a really good
You
enunciation.
shall be blessed with good fortune and have the aid of powerful allies
during your journey. Allow me to join you.
Hey, I can be
serious?
but stop
Looking at me like that. And then when she gets like all tsundere or whatever. Let's see, novels.
I've read almost every novel from VIII Publishing House.
Pretty normal, right? Something more random.
Oh, that wasn't me spitting on the ground. I know better than that. I just had some sand in my mouth, I swear.
Okay, we'll try it. We'll see what that does. Alright. I just read the first line. I don't even know how she would even say that, because that's not something I expected her to do. I steered clear of alcohol today, so there shouldn't be any problems with what I write. Yep. Seat Lolline. Seat Lolline ran off this morning, so I asked Aurora to go after her. Just as I told you before, she's still the same, just like every year on this day, anxious about the return of her Stella Fortuna. Guess what happened next? Aurora didn't come back until noon. When I went out to find him, I discovered him crouching in the bushes near a pit he'd dug. When I asked him for an explanation, he said you told him that this is the way to capture Xbalanque's fate, so it should work for Citlali too. What could it possibly mean? I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. I don't know. I hate that reading. I didn't like any bit of that, because I don't know what she's supposed to sound like saying this. I also don't know if she's lying about steering clear from alcohol, so that doesn't help. Okay, well, either way, we read it. I'm not proud of it, but it's done. Anyways, happy birthday, Citlali. We let Auron try to catch Xbalanque in a pitfall trap, and it worked, so he's still using the same strategy. He never, he remembered the one thing we showed him, and just applied it to everything. Alright, now we can go find someone to raid. Alright, who is live? Oh, this is taking a long time. Okay, so it's not just... Okay, it's my internet in general. It's not just Genshin ping. What about... I don't... Oh, do you know what? I wonder... Hang on, let me check. Oh my gosh, my internet's lagging so much. No, why did that... That's not even what I typed. That was weird. Okay, so... Yeah, looks like Brew's streaming. She's back from vacation. She took a vacation, so she's... I think this is her first stream back from vacay. Yeah, new emotes back from... Oh, new emotes back from skiing. Yeah, let's go say hi to Brew. Give her a warm welcome back. Alrighty. Alright, copy the raid message that you're able to use. Alright, cool. Thanks again, everyone, for hanging out and getting through this part of the Arkham Coast with me. We're almost there. We're almost done. We're about to fight Torre. I can feel it. It's just about to happen. We're getting Columbina back. We're fighting the Torre. I'm sure it's all going to happen in the next stream. It has to, right? I'm excited. The writing for this has been really good. I'm super excited. But yes, thank you everyone for hanging out and being here. Who are we rating? We're rating Brew. Here, I'll put it in the... We're rating Brew. She just got back from vacation. Thanks for stream. Thank you, Mochi. Thank you, Mochi, Cryo, Arsenal, Jua, all the lurkers. I really appreciate you all being here. I will see you guys next time. Next stream, mayhaps have a question. Oh yeah, sure thing, Mochi. I don't know if I can remember to ask you, so I'm gonna have to leave it on you to remember to ask me, if that's okay. I apologize. But yes, I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.